That's right. There you go. That's right. Kevin. I want to welcome in our YouTube watchers and viewers. We are live on YouTube as well. I know Kevin will get over here to see what we can make it happen too. But the game is about to tip off. So if you're going to join us on YouTube here, make sure come over to Playback TV for the all in depth experience tonight, as we do have the game on Playback TV. But jump on in. Let us hear you in the chat on either one. And we're tipped off. We're going. Let's go. Oh, yep. I see you.
And for
Here we go.
whatever reason. Perfect.
So I do hear you a little bit different now, like on my end, just hearing you, but I think it's just because you're coming through two different things into my headphones.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I don't think we have that issue on the other end.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So welcome both YouTube and playback viewers. Ooh, there we go. Pull up jumper. Man, this it's going to be a good game right here. I think no matter what,
Yeah,
it's a tight one.
should be pretty awesome. All right, we are live on YouTube.
Got
Let me
that
send
hot
this out a
seat
little bit
rolling.
while we get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Get settled. You know the drill. It's classic these days. We got to get the tweets out. We got to get the links out. Say what's up. I'm gonna check out the room actually. See who we've got in here. Welcome. Oh, we got John and Nate in here. What's up, guys? Welcome. Let me know. Heck, if you want a
If
microphone,
you
let
want
me know.
in.
I'll send you an invite. Let's go. Either side. You can get StreamYard, you can get playback. What was the call here? Oh no, they just showing the okay. I love a pull-up jumper. So you are going to hear me make some noises every time there's a silky mid-range jumper. So just know that I'm not hurt. Everything's good.
Oh, we got Michael in the chat on YouTube already. Let's go Huskies.
Ooh,
All
let's
right, now
go.
another Yukon. I got my oh my oh okay, there it is. I got my Yukon bandwagon driver going on the StreamYard. You know I love. I picked him. I picked him. I won my bracket challenge already, which is pretty awesome. Like it doesn't matter what happens in this game. I already locked that thing up. 72 entries, and I take down number one.
Ooh,
Um,
very nice.
didn't get all my Final Four guys. Had Creighton and Texas in the Final Four, so they made the Elite Eight, and then of course UConn in the championship game, winning it all. So I rode the Huskies to a bracket victory. Oh yeah. can, can I pull can I pull the link from playback? Like invite people to just watch? Copy link. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat.
Absolutely. And then yeah, let them come one, come all. Love to see you here. Bear with me one more second. I just need to There we go. Okay, so I realize if I just mute you in one tab, I lose the echo. And now
Oh,
I
okay.
and now I'm actually logged in so I can also see comments. So
Okay,
working
nice.
through our technical difficulties here. So welcome all. Happy college hoops Christmas, so to speak. Mike. Oh, hey, we got Nate and Michael in the playback chat.
Oh,
Appreciate you both. Michael, I feel you. That's why we're gonna do. Oh, actually, let me see if the internet will hold up. I'm gonna at least throw like a game cast up on the YouTube side,
okay.
so we can have at least they can keep track of the score and all that. You heard I was the worst, Nate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get a lot of that on Twitter, especially when I give a very mild take about Will Levis. I upset a lot of people. Also, when I said that I thought the Colts were rebuilding, but I didn't necessarily believe that the front office believed that. I was told that I was a fool because they got rid of Matt Ryan, so naturally that means a rebuild. It had nothing to do with saving $18 million on a guy who turned the ball over 37 times last year. It's, of course, if you're cashing in Matt Ryan, you have to be rebuilding, right? Oh, Nate says Will Levis is Trubisky 2.0. That's a comp. PFF, they have Jake Locker as the comp.
Jake Locker.
I think that's pretty
brutal.
My
God.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not very nice.
It didn't take us long to get into Colts football, around here. I mean, I guess you didn't actually say Colts yet. No. This is when I say, it's really nice to have the best quarterback in the league. You just don't have to worry about that. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, you do have that going for you. I can't really throw any shade there. Jay Cutler is NFL. Michael says that Jay Cutler is the NFL.com's comp for Will Levis.
My God. Can they find anybody good?
Anyone good? Who was it? Oh, man, because he's also drawn a Carson Wentz comp. God. I can't remember. Someone it was like a good ceiling and floor, but I can't remember who the ceiling was. And then the floor was Carson Wentz. And I'm like, yeah, well, if the floor is Carson Wentz, I'm out, dude. I'm out on that. He's gotten all kinds of intriguing comps, but it's not just Colts, by the way. I mean, the Raiders at 7, I hear there are a lot of people talking about Levis potentially falling to him.
Yeah.
I know our dear friend Sean B would actually, I don't know how he'd feel about that. I'd love to ask him, but I've yet to see him on Twitter posting any Will Levis highlights. A little turnover there.
Yeah. Under 16, it's 10-8 Aztecs with the early lead. See, I got to keep an eye because I'm trying to hit UConn live if I can get a pretty decent number.
Oh, okay. See, I'm glad you mentioned that because that was another thing I propped while I was on mute was that we could pull something up. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on screen, but definitely do some live betting. Going to keep an eye on that for sure. Meanwhile, for the YouTube viewers, I am getting a little game cast ready for us.
Yeah, if you are on YouTube.
So at least have that.
Since the game's off, I'm just going to show you really fast. Let me show them really quick. You can come over and just see all the game with us. If you come over to Playback TV, I put the link in the chat. We're not going to play it here because there's copyright rules, right? But come over to Playback TV, links in the chat. You get the full experience on Playback TV. You can chat with us on Playback just like you can here on YouTube. But of course, if you're going to stay on YouTube, you'll get all of our antics, any of our input, and hopefully some live betting as we go as well. But yeah, come on over to Playback TV. Hit that link. Link. Let me pull this up here for us.
And the chat is active. Nate said the Bears met with Jalen Carter today. He's not really thrilled with that. What are your takes, Trevor? You think now? I want to add one more thing before I ask you that. Actually, did you hear Jalen Carter's agent Drew Rosenhaus says they are not accepting meetings with anyone? I think it was out of the top 10. It might have just been outside of the first round, but I believe it was the top 10, which I thought was foolish because you're turning down meeting with teams that might want to trade up to get you.
Yep.
And after his performance, less than stellar the last time we saw him in shorts, I would probably be wanting to meet with everybody. But what are your thoughts there?
Well, I just don't think any rookie, any prospect should be denying an opportunity to talk with teams because – here's the deal. You're going to get drafted, and you're going to be drafted on a 4-year contract with a 5th-year option. In 5 years, you might not have a team to play for. So it's not even – it's about the draft, but it's about getting your name out there, introducing yourself to some of these coaches, understanding who these coaches are, because at some point, if you have a successful career, you're probably going to be a free agent looking for a job and looking for a payday. So go meet with the owners and the GMs and the coaches. I think it's more than just the draft, and I don't think they're thinking about that, in all these instances.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'm just gonna say retweet because I think that's the best thing I could do without just rehashing everything that you said. So, I'm in agreement. I can understand Nate not being really thrilled with it. And Michael mentions in the chat, God bless the ability to customize stream and stage volumes personally. So that's always
Yeah, right.
I can't plug that enough early on because people don't always know it. It's a new part of the experience. So yes, you can turn the game down as you need to. I should probably turn it up in my own ears here, but let's see. Yeah, he's definitely going top 10 is a crazy thing to say for a polarizing rookie like Carter. I completely agree with that. Well, let's take a look at the game here. It's still a 2-point game. Oh, I
San
like
Diego
this right
State,
here. A
8
baby hook.
different
Ooh.
players scored already. That's not
8?
true.
Wow.
What did I say? Oh,
That
maybe
can't,
it's on the
no, that
game.
can't be.
Maybe it's the game. They just popped something up that said 8 field goals by 8 different players.
Oh, okay. No, that
So
would
it could be the
that
game.
tracks.
Yeah. There's some free throws earlier, maybe too.
UConn got a couple of game breakers. Remember
Maybe
that?
a couple of
NBA Street.
3-pointers.
Yeah, they took a few points away.
Yeah, I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. But that's a charge, huh?
Ooh, is that a charge? Yep. Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, he definitely lowered that left shoulder.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh yeah.
The elbow.
The elbow doesn't. I think the elbow definitely doesn't help. That one's a tough. I can admit it. One of the reasons I, don't miss officiating.
Yeah,
I don't really have a yearning. It's block charge calls like that where I'm like, oh, I don't miss that.
It was. I think he's going around the corner, so he's already kind of leaned down. But it was kind of like the right before he comes up, it looked like he went down. That's what I saw live, anyways, which is why I said charge. But
yeah,
Gene said it was a block, so he's a lot smarter than I
am. There we go. Yeah, I was wondering if it wasn't just that elbow action that kind of made it look a little worse than it was.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say that in slow mo. Michael says he's been at the stress level of the floor wipers recently. Can you imagine that job? The only thing I think is more stressful than being a ball boy at like Wimbledon or a major tennis event,
yeah,
because it's easier to fumble a bouncing tennis ball and just look like an idiot. Yeah,
you just bobble it. Not good.
But as a fan of Miles Turner and then seeing what happened to Kevin Durant, those towel boys out there, they got a very important job, and they're kind of like a placeholder in the field goal unit. Nobody ever talks about you unless you screw something up.
Oh, man, that was a big topic here in Kansas City this year because Butker missed a couple extra points and whatnot, and it started to become
a foul there. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was worried he was hurt, but it became a conversation with Tommy Townsend and his ability to hold and those kind of things. So, yeah, not talked about often, but every once in a while they become a highlight or a low light of a team. Ooh.
Yeah.
Got a little tangled up.
Looks like he's going to be okay.
So I got to stop watching our own YouTube because the Gamecast is ahead of our playback. So playback's obviously a little bit behind because we are streaming it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it already tells me it was 12-10. So I got to stop.
Oh yeah, you can't look. Forgive us. I'll keep an eye out for chat as best as I can over there. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Nate asked, are they adding more sports soon for playback? Absolutely. So yeah, Major League Baseball is available. So Nate, I know that might be an interest for you, sir. We can watch the Cubs while they still are within striking distance. And oh yeah, I see. Yeah, Trevor's got his Cardinals gear on today. That's very nice.
Oh yeah,
that's real nice.
All day.
But yeah, they just added NASCAR recently as well.
Travel. 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, Nate, I knew you'd be happy about NASCAR. So yeah, you got to get us in here. Do some watch parties, man. That's how you're gonna get me to start watching NASCAR full length races, is if we're in here chatting it up on playback TV.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes, Mike, John and I are going to tear this up during Minnesota Packers games. Yes,
That'd be
that.
awesome. That would
I
be
would like to
awesome.
retweet Nate in the chat. He says, Trevor, your shirt is gross.
Where? Oh, come on, Nate. Nothing wrong with
Nate's
that.
also a Cubs fan, man. So you're.
I'm all
Oh, we've
baseball
got
out
such a
tonight,
good
man.
rivalry. Michael's
I'm
a
all
Brewers
baseball
fan,
now.
and I
Man,
don't
I'd
know,
love to
but
go to a
John
Brewers
might.
game.
Oh, John's probably a Twins fan.
Oh yeah, Twins.
Ooh, we could. I don't think I've maybe went
Step
to a
back.
Brewers game when I was a kid. Nice step back, but
Yeah,
didn't finish. And
I
here
think I'd
UConn's
like
able
to
to
go
push
there.
it. Nate says he hates the
Oh,
Brewers more, so
travel.
that's good.
Oh,
Nate's making
another
friends
charge.
already. This is nothing new. Nate notoriously made enemies with Sean in our fantasy league
Oh,
by
I mean,
reporting a score correction.
that's the best part about sports, though. You can love each other while hating the teams that you
Yep.
root for. You know.
Whoa, Michael! I didn't know we had a celebrity on our squad. That's awesome. Do you see this, Trevor?
Wow. Okay,
He sang the
Michael.
national anthem at a
All right,
Brewers game in high school,
let's
dude.
go.
Dang,
Let's
that's
go.
cool.
If you're over on YouTube with us and you're wondering what we're talking about, we do have a chat on Playback TV as well. But interact, throw something in the chat here on YouTube. We'll interact with you as well. Kevin and I are double streaming tonight, so we'll see all of it going on. You just let us know. How do you feel about the start of the game? How do you feel about Cardinals, Cubs, and Brewers? Whatever you want to talk about, just jump on in here.
Yes, anything,
Oh, hit
everything.
it.
I said it earlier when I was muted. If you
Oh.
want to complain about WrestleMania ending, I'll vent about that with you during a commercial too.
Dude, I thought WrestleMania was on Saturday night, and then
It was.
as people were
Both
leaving
nights.
last night, yeah, he was like, national anthem was playing on his phone. One of my brother-in-laws, I'm like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "WrestleMania." I'm like, "I thought that was on last night." Nah, it's
Yeah.
2 nights now. I'm like, "Oh, golly,
Doesn't
I
need
had
to
no
be,
idea."
but it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 2 nights.
Get
But
those viewers.
oh yeah, and then they coincidentally were bought by Endeavor. I believe it was official this morning. So now the same company that owns the UFC owns the WWE as well. And Vince McMahon showed up looking like Waluigi. Very
Okay.
interesting. Yeah,
I
he's got
did
a
see a
nice
photo
little.
of that.
Looks like Wednesday Adams' dad or whatever, with that mustache.
Golly.
Very nefarious, I never wanted to hate on a man's mustache, but he went 70 years without ever having one. So to see him with one was felt like a parody, of somebody going undercover and they just put like a fake mustache on.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing
Finally
it worked.
watched.
Michael didn't recognize him.
Oh, man.
Ooh, look at that. And then Trevor, you and Michael are going to be tearing this up during Super Bowl 58, according to Michael. Love Mahomes.
Yeah, I love playback TV. I don't think you can gonna catch me dead on playback TV when the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. That is for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I will. A little bit too much screaming and yelling and crying and hooping and hollering, and you get all the emotions. It might be good viewership. I don't know. Maybe good entertainment for people.
Yeah, you'll probably get some clippable moments if you're that.
Yes.
That's where I feel you, because I'm like, yeah, I don't know if things go really badly. I don't know that I want to be going live for that.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know if it breaks down, but it would be good. It might be worth the clicks. I might be able to afford a new TV if I'm live streaming it. I can just go ahead and
That's
buy
true.
one off the mockery.
That's very true. Just roll with it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and you've added it in the chat, and I'm gonna get a banner thrown up here as well. But just so you guys, it's very quick. If you want, it's playback.tv/bite-size sports. So if you want to join us there, you can hang out, watch the game with us. Although if you only have the 10-minute preview, I would say don't join us right this second because we're currently in commercial.
Chiefs fans.
I'm loving the action in the chat today. Yeah,
Michael,
not
I
clickbait.
straight up cried after the first one. after the first one in 2020, there were plenty of tears. I didn't cry after this one. I was happy for sure, but I kind of it was the first one I ever saw, right? That was the first one. That's the one that was, the awesome one. This one now, it was still awesome. I'm not trying to be just some ungrateful fan. It was absolutely awesome. It was heartbreaking when they lost to the Bucks 2 years ago, those kind of things, but not to the point of crying anymore when they win. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think only the Pacers will get me to potentially cry. I've told this before, but maybe people haven't heard it right now listening. But when the Cubs won the 2016 World Series and coming back from 3-1, growing up, maybe Nate can vouch for me here. Maybe he had a different experience. I genuinely believed it would never happen. So for us to get so close and then be down 3-1 and be like, oh, this is as close as we're going to get, and we're getting embarrassed in the World Series. And then it goes on the other side, and they win it in that dramatic, like in extra innings in Game 7. There's like that. I think that was the peak of my sports fanhood mountain. Like, I really don't know, the first Colts Super Bowl, well, the one that they actually won, that I got to see, that one was cool. But yeah, I think the Cubs, for me to have a cursed franchise like that, like, I don't know if anything else will quite ever make me that excited again. So I can relate to that. Like, I imagine Patriots fans got numb to it after a while, where that just becomes the expectation, and then all you can get is disappointment from your sports. It's like, oh, either we meet our expectation or we're butthurt.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it still. You still gotta enjoy the wins. They gotta still enjoy the wins.
Yeah, Michael said he was bartending in Milwaukee. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bucks won the finals. Oh man, that would be awesome. That was probably a good night.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So, fun little on that note. I actually was running a kitchen out of a bar, so it was like they needed food there. They had a kitchen. I started a little business, so I was serving the food out of a bar in Columbus, Ohio, the year of the Cardale Jones run. And so they had, like, can you just imagine, like, having a bar business during that playoff run, and just, yeah, everybody, I was at work, while they won that game. It was just a ridiculous night. Yeah. So that was one of the most ridiculous experiences that I've ever been around. So I could only imagine. Yeah, Nate, the OSU title. And yeah, Mike couldn't even hear, got covered in alcohol. Everyone went nuts. Yes. Yeah. They played, what was that song? Uptown Funk. I swear they played that on the jukebox 20 times in a row that night. Don't believe me, just watch. I'll never be able to listen to that song. Nate chimes in about the Cubs. He said the only things that could touch the Cubs World Series feeling that us fans had for him would be a Bears Super Bowl or an IU national title in football, not basketball.
Yeah, why football? Just because you've seen basketball? Lee over here
that's
on
an interesting one, Nate. Yeah, I'll let you.
YouTube. He's here with us. College basketball has really suffered because of the NIL one and done, just my opinion, but good teams have probably got at least 3 years together. I don't know if it's as much as the one and done as the change this couple of years has been because of the transfer portal. Now the fact that you don't have to sit for a year, and I mean, like, locally, KU is a very popular team. A lot of players just left KU, and it's just because they're all not going to play at KU. They're not starting. So they can be 5-star recruits. They can be McDonald's All-Americans. But if they're not starting, why would they stay there? So they're going to move on, go to somewhere that they can actually play. So I do think that the transfer portals obviously had a great effect on the game. But at the end of the day, like, these two teams that are playing tonight, they beat some really good basketball teams, and they absolutely deserve to be here. I think it's just weird because we don't see a 1 or a 2 beside their name. So that kind of makes us feel like something might be wrong with basketball. But, I mean, good programs are going to figure out how to keep good players around because they always have done that. And the other programs will just lose their players to transfer portals, and maybe they won't keep them around as long. But I think the good programs will ultimately be back at the top again sooner rather than later. And UConn has been one of the greats over the last 20 years. So no surprise they're here this year.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
kind of
That
my
was
thoughts on it all.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna agree with that. I think, yeah, the transfer portal has made it interesting. One of the positives, I guess, I would say, is the ability for some smaller programs. You know, if guys don't like, so look at Providence. I can't remember his name, but this year Providence, their best player was a kid who averaged 2 points a game at Kentucky last year. He immediately, so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh,
not
yeah, I
always
remember
good
who you're talking about.
talent being poached and going to big schools. Sometimes it's guys that aren't getting minutes at a big school that then can go play and, now might have some draft stock or, get a Providence back to the big dance. So Nate says Oral Roberts had that tall Arkansas transfer. That worked well for them. So, yeah. So that's the part to put, to find a silver lining, I guess. I do like that. I will say, as a fan of just the sport in general, it's I get a headache trying to keep up with who's playing where. And where did that guy play? Now you get the extra year of availability too, and some of these kids have a COVID availability, so some of them have been in college for like 6 years. It feels like.
Yeah, the COVID
So
thing has seemed like it's been forever.
yeah, it's an
Been
interesting time for
forever.
college basketball.
But I mean, the Blue Bloods, they're going to be fine. And look, I'm a fan of Duke. So obviously I like the Blue Bloods. I follow them all. But I don't think they have to be good for the NCAA to be good. I've really enjoyed this tournament. And obviously all the one seeds went down, but I mean, if we even look at the number one seed or the number one ranked team all year long, it continued to go down. There was never a team that just absolutely separated themselves from the rest, similar to like a 2020 KU did, right? Going in that tournament before it got canceled, everybody was like, this team might be one of the best. San Diego State that year, or were they
Yeah,
34-1? Like they were one of the best.
yeah,
We
and
just didn't
Dayton.
have that this year. We had Alabama and Houston. Alabama had a lot of shit going on that everybody knew about, right? And
Yep.
Houston played in the American Conference, and no slack to the American. My Shockers are in there, right? But it's just not like you're coming out and having to give it your all game in and game out like you're doing in the ACC and not this year, but the Big 12 for sure this year. Those kind of things.
Looks like we got John joining us
Didn't
here
want
momentarily.
no, Nate. Yeah, not really follow the UMKC guys, but it's all good. I work like a half mile from UMKC, but I don't know anything about them.
See, Nate says stuff like, I don't really care for basketball, but then he knows about the deepest levels. Like this guy also will go to ooey pooey games or whatever, where they have six guys on the roster. And, props to those kids, they're playing. But yeah, he goes to these really small, unknown school, but won't root, doesn't care about us Hoosiers. I At this point, I'm jaded towards the Hoosiers too, so I don't really blame him. I never thought I'd say I miss the days of Tom Coverdale, but here we are. It's been so long since that surprise Final Four.
Is this John trying to come in here?
I believe it is. Hopefully we'll have him in here soon. One of these days we'll get Nate on here too, but I certainly and Michael, I appreciate both of you being in this chat. It's cool to at least all be able to hang out and talk shop. Ooh, a great recruiting class next year. Duke, look at that. What do
They
you think, Trevor? You agree with that?
Oh yeah, they had the number
Your
one recruiting
squad?
class this year as well, and they got a couple of these cats coming back. There's still a few that are up in the air. Tyrese Proctor, I think Proctor said he was coming back actually. Um, I know we're kind of still waiting to hear from Roach, the point guard. But yeah, Duke's going to be just fine. I think John Shire did a really good job this year. They went undefeated at home. They battled a lot of injuries. And I said it multiple times. You and I are on stream. I said, look out. This team is hot. They haven't lost when they, I think they lost like one game when they're fully healthy. And of course, one of their big men, Mark Mitchell, gets hurt in the Tennessee game and they lose. So they just couldn't stay healthy this year. But I think John Shire did a great job navigating all that and giving them a chance in the end of the year.
Yeah, I agree. It was unfortunate the way it went down as well. Hey, John, I see you're here. Do you hear us, sir? I do. Welcome.
I don't. Oh, I did not hear you.
You did not. Uh-oh.
No, that's because that's me.
Oh, because you're on YouTube.
I closed this down on closed me down on the stream and
I think
to you
John,
through YouTube.
Yeah, if you're able, we're live streaming on YouTube as well. So if you're able to pull up StreamYard on a second tab, I'd have it on a second tab and just have it muted. But if not, to get your full experience, you're going to have to come hang out with us and John at playback.tv/bitesizesports. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, it's on the screen. I forgot to put it on the screen, but that's okay. Some people are visual learners and some are audible. What is going on, John? Who do you have winning this game before we get down another rabbit hole? Because we've been down a few so far. Oh, okay. That's right. So we got the same rooting interest, right? Was he? Is he an Aztec? Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Although I would say if you're betting out there, Trevor's probably got the better option for you. Definitely.
I don't know. I can't get. They're up 10 points now, so I really can't get a good line for UConn right now. But I do have the under, and the under looks good.
Oh yeah, under is a great call. I think
they started out hot. I mean, I almost doubled down because the live got up to 138 early. I've got under 131 live right now. It's down to 127 and a half. But yeah, UConn has just kind of pulled away here and not really giving me very many good lines to lay. Right now, it's a 10.5 point spread. But I was hoping to get UConn like under minus 200 and just lay a lump sum on the UConn minus 200. My wife might be watching. I can't say how much,
Just $5, that's a big
bet for me. $5 is what I'm going to be putting down.
Yeah, if I can get them lower. Crazy. Yeah. Just tomorrow's lunch money. That's all I got.
That's right.
Oh, let's see. I'm getting our link shared out here on Facebook as well because we do get a few live viewers on Facebook. So shout out to those of you who watch there. Appreciate you. We get some live chatters occasionally too.
I guess I could have. Can I add while we're on stream? Because I did not add anything.
I don't know. I mean, we can feel free to try. Yeah, but no. I mean, no worries. This is impromptu.
Oh,
anyway,
for sure you can. I can go anyone I want.
Oh,
what do you want me to add? Any like Twitter or Facebook?
I would say, yeah. I mean, if you want to add both, feel free. I would say definitely at least Facebook because we've had our friend Justin Herbert was in watching the bounce via Facebook, and he is an Aztecs fan. So if he has a chance, he might want to hop in and throw some.
Well, we're live now.
Hey, very nice. Well, welcome those of you watching on Facebook and Twitter. You can also join us on YouTube or at playback.tv/bitesizesports. 22-12. How nervous? I mean, obviously we were just talking about the lines, but I still have a lot of confidence in San Diego State. What about you, John? What are you thinking right now?
Right where we want them. That's right.
That comeback. Listen, I thought
Yeah.
for sure FAU had that game. Nate says hammer the spread.
You think it's only plus 10.5 though? Like, I don't know. I got them at plus 7.5. If I did not have that plus 7.5, I would hammer it. But
I
since I
am
already
in the
had them at
process of
7.5, I don't want to do
hammering it.
that. But yeah, if you can get them at 10.5, 9.5, I like that plus, obviously, because I have them at plus 7.5. So, hey, John, I sent the link for StreamYard on Discord. So if you're interested in jumping on there as well.
Well, you can live stream with us on YouTube as well if you want. We're streaming on both, so we have the GameCast pulled up for our YouTube viewers, and so because not everybody has access through Playback TV, because you do have to have a cable provider. You can watch if you want.
Right now,
Currently,
yeah.
yes, but yep. But the other thing about, our YouTube viewers, if you're watching us and you don't have a cable provider, I will say you get a 10-minute preview. So we'll let you know when we're down to like the last 3 minutes of the game. Might be a good time. And Nate asked, "Can you have the Hulu Live TV for it?" If you have Hulu with Live TV, you can sign in whatever cable provider you have. You sign in with that, and then if we're watching it through something that Hulu has access to, then yes, you'd be able to watch it with us. Now, if we were watching something through someone's, through our ESPN Plus account or something, then you might not have it. Well, actually, that's a terrible example because they're owned by the same company. But yeah, Hulu with Live TV should work, but I'm not sure. But then, yeah, those of you, that's what I hear. I like it. We should get a little piece for that.
Kev, I told you earlier I won my bracket challenge. Lee on YouTube making sure that I give my mom a shout out. She actually got second.
Oh,
so I'll have to pull it up for the viewers, but I can do that real quick. Yeah, she also took UConn to win it all. In fact, we had, I think, 4 of us take UConn to win it all. Wow. Yeah, 4 of us to take UConn to win it all. Let me have this real. John, welcome in.
How we doing?
I couldn't survive your family bracket.
Let me share. I mean, there's a lot of people that are not my family that didn't survive it. Share screen. Let me.
Oh yeah, you should be able to take it from me, right? I can just stop.
I got you. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Sweet.
Here's my brackets here. So you can add you can put in 2. You can put in up to 2 brackets. That's the max I let anybody do. But yeah, I took it now. A cousin of mine here, she was the only one that had San Diego State, so I'll give her a shout out, in the national championship game. So San Diego State did her wonders. Wow. She actually would have won the whole thing had UConn lost, but UConn obviously carried us to the ship. 1140 up in the top 99 percentile for ESPN brackets this year. So I'll take it.
Yeah, especially this year. It's impressive.
I will take it.
Yeah, I was done well before then. That's what happens. I let Arizona burn me again. Never again. Now Arizona is now in the corner with Gonzaga in my never again will I pick you to make it past the Sweet 16 club.
Yeah, that's right.
Every time I bank on them, it's nope, you're out. I think there was the one year Gonzaga went to the championship, I had them winning it all, and that year paid off for me. But no, this year's bracket was so bad. I don't know about you. I stopped looking at mine after the second round. I was just like, yeah, if I win my work bracket, someone will email me, because if I win,
that's right.
That means everybody was terrible.
That is right. John, why can't we get a camera up for you on the YouTube page?
Yeah, so it'll only let me do. I think it's because my camera's on playback here. It only let me show my rear camera on StreamYard. So like here it just goes.
Oh, okay.
I guess I.
Lee says just like UCLA.
Oh yeah. Just see the other side of it.
Shows you the baby chair. That's about it.
This is where my baby sits.
I'm worried I'm going to see a ghost on that camera. If I
I was just about to say, and so
right.
on the YouTube we have our Paranormal Activity remake going.
Yeah.
Got some we call those dailies. You know, so it's footage for the day.
I will tell
That's
you though,
awesome.
UConn won me a lot of money when Kemba was there. The big step back run.
Oh yeah.
I actually had UConn and UCLA in the ship that year against like 60 of my grandpa's buddies, and pissed them all off when I was like 14 or whatever.
There's nothing better than that. I remember once my grandpa took me to a poker game at an Eagles club, and I was like 16. I got second place, and he was so mad. Like I was just supposed to be $50 extra in the pot, you know. I don't think he was really mad, but you know, nobody expected the young whippersnapper to come in there and know how to bluff.
Yeah, young ball knowers.
So,
Young ball knowers.
yeah.
I like that. Oh
Surprised
no.
at that. Oh man, the turnover, yikes. And then an easy bucket. I didn't even get a chance to get the curse out of my mouth this time. Just as I was about to say, San Diego State making me feel a little better about that bet I just placed, and then they just you couldn't have handed that one over if you had tried. Yikes.
That lady was warming up with some
Nate,
chords. That's right, Nate.
Yeah, the guy who about 3 minutes of game time ago said hammer the spread for San Diego State. You see, this is why Nate can't be live streaming. He'll be he's a pendulum guy, is what I'll say. You know, we ride the swing, we ride the sways of that emotion.
You have to.
This team sucks. Yeah.
What I like, sometimes I have a problem with betting is where like I laid plus 7.5 to start this thing, and then it gets to plus 13.5, and I'm like, double down this shit, and then they'll lose by like 18. I'm like, why did I keep double downing when I saw the lead grow larger and larger and larger? But man, because now, I mean, it's probably 15.5.
Believing that it's going to happen.
Yeah, 14.5 right now.
That's a big shot. They needed that one.
The offense was getting stale.
We went 11 minutes without a field goal.
There's 6 of 22. 6 for 22 from the field right now.
And they started out hot.
Brutal.
I mean, they were up 10-8 after the under 16 timeout.
Another quick bucket or with that? Oh, now
no.
I hate to critique, but that
Oh,
he maybe got a little fancy with that layup. Oh, that's a 5-point swing.
Just running away with
Gotta
it.
get a TO, baby.
That's right.
This is unbelievable.
Golly. Oh, no. Oh, another one.
No.
Gotta get out and run. What a pass.
Oh, that's off UConn, I hope. I'm
trying
trying to remain unbiased, but I just want the game to get close.
What a pass.
It looks exactly like Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton from
where? Who was it? Was it the UConn player? It kind of, the stream lagged a little bit on my end.
Number 2, I think. The kid who just had the layup on the fast break.
3.
You remember his name?
Oh yeah, yep. Got that. Got a similar haircut, which I'm jealous of. As a guy who, looks like a young Hulk Hogan. If I let my hair grow out, it's real bad. Or an old soccer throwback. Any of you were watching the World Cup in 06, Zinedine Zidane, or 1998 and then 02, maybe not 06. One of the best soccer players in the world, had a complete island of hair. So he had like the horseshoe hairline, but then still had a little bit up here, and he was pretty defiant about it. So he had this little like tuft, like this little island. It's exactly how my hair looks.
The reverse Ginobili.
Yes. Oh, we got some NASCAR picks from Nate for any of you ramblers that want to get gambling. Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, and Christopher Bell. Now, Nate, feel free to elaborate in the chat here on Playback TV. Is that, I don't know, I've yet to bet on NASCAR. So what is that? Are you betting those three on a top 10? Are you top 5? Betting on all three of them to win, hoping one cashes? What are we doing here? What's the play?
It sounds like the Wii Fest lineup.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe time. Yeah, weren't the CMAs a couple days ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I saw that Travis Kelce was there, so that's cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with Megan the Stallion. Oh no, sorry,
That's
the.
right.
Sorry, there's them. Her in Ohio State. I always mispronounce.
These.
Yes, Michael says, "Do I hear John Boyd?" Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, he can't see you because he's
you
on
only hear
YouTube.
Yeah.
He cashed in his 10 minutes already, or maybe he's saving a few
man.
for the end.
Yeah, Michael, we're in here.
We'd love to have, yeah. One of these days for the next one, I don't know. We'll have to find something. Maybe it's old games, because we could go find some like old classic. What was it? NBA, NBA app, I believe, or NBA.com has uploaded every NBA finals from the 90s. So I think at some point, there's probably something like that. We can also live stream playback stuff. We can live stream YouTube channels on playback. So there's got to be a way at some point to get everybody up here on stage, because that would be really fun. And then we could have Nate explain these NASCAR picks. But in the meantime, he says 1 to probably win, top 3 out of 5 for the other 2. And Larson probably isn't a bad pick either, but I bet his odds aren't that worthwhile, to be honest. And then he asked about the 1998 Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm about to throw something at you, Nate. I will find you. I will hunt you down. You see that? Can you see it? I've moved out of the way. Do you see the Pacers flag behind me?
Follow up to that. Kev, do you think that includes the 2000 finals?
Oh, rest in peace, Travis Best jumper. Man, poor guy. Oh, that one stings too.
Any 90s
but hey, at least it was the Lakers. At least my team gets to show up in some of Kobe's highlight reel, I guess. There's a silver lining. Those pinstripe jerseys were dope. You guys can't deny me that, though.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the last time the Wolves did anything was when their uniforms were still sick, and they had the pine tree trim. 04 Western Conference Finals, KG's MVP year, Sam Cassell injury.
Oh, I love that team too. Yeah, those Timberwolves teams are so much fun to watch. I was a big fan of Kevin Garnett at that point.
I almost put my Garnett jersey on for this.
Ooh.
You can go get it.
We got the
we got time. At some point, I'm gonna have to get up and get a refill. So
look, John, I'm
actually
a little. I'm upset that you didn't come in the shirt and tie like you treated Mr. Madison to on that excellent interview you had earlier this week. I mean, how come we don't get a suit and tie?
I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a purple tie. I had to break it out for
it. Was nice. Yeah, it was nice. And you should definitely link that in the YouTube chat, because that was a really, really cool interview.
Thank you. Yeah, it was.
You should market yourself a little bit and send that out, because people should go. Oh, he walked. People should go check that out. I know it's a football thing. We're talking a little basketball, but obviously, we just love good interviews, and that was really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'll figure out how to do that here.
NASCAR is running on dirt this weekend. See, Nate, we need to get Nate and Lee together, because these two will talk. I know they would talk NASCAR.
Is Lee on the YouTube together. One?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's a NASCAR guy.
That is great. And Michael also is in the YouTube chat asking if we can watch old full NFL games. Potentially. I will ask. So that is one of the cool things. Another shout out to Playback TV. They have a Discord for creators, and I can go and request. I can ask them if they have it, and if not, we can request it. Nate, you say you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Does
hang
everyone
on,
hear me on playback? But
I can hear you on
maybe.
playback.
Okay. He's also leaving that comment on playback, so just your own audio levels. So yeah, I think we're good here, but let me know if it continues. Yeah, so hopefully we get to watch full NFL games. Sorry.
That'd be
Yeah,
sweet.
that would be sweet.
I'm like super pumped for like the Thursday night games. You know, like do like a Thursday night stream.
Yes, because James and I will be on a little break from the bounce because it won't be NBA season. We can easily switch that to a different night of the week even and just be here hanging out every Thursday night. There's enough of us here at Bite Size Sports now.
Thursday night football a lot too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to say we can get James in here for that, and we can make that just a regular show. And who knows which one of us it'll be here hosting, but someone will be here.
Yeah, seriously.
We're filling our ranks here with all kinds of NFL fans these days. Also, accepting applications for Lions fans. We'd have the Infinity Stones for the NFC North if we could just snag us a Lions fan on the team.
That's true.
Just no Raiders fans.
We've already.
Sorry, draw the line. We can deal with Chargers fans. They're like the lovable losers. They're supposed to be so good, but they're not. The Broncos are fine, but it's the Raiders fans. We got to cut it off there.
When I was a young lad, I had a Jake Plummer jersey that I was pretty proud of.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. 10 seconds here till halftime. Oh, good layup. The tip in is not good. It's a no-go. How many rebounds this guy got?
Wow.
Patting his own stats there at the end. Plus 12 is not bad. I mean, 12-point game. San Diego State does have them right where they want them.
We're ready for it. Hey, they need the locker room now. That's for sure. I think they're going to come out and make a run.
I think so too.
Not enough to make a second bet on it though, but I don't know. There might be some props I don't know if there's anything point wise. Oh, I love this part. Do you guys like these second half or these halftime interviews? I'm not a huge fan.
No, the coaches always have to stay so vague too. It's like, well, yeah, we got to hit our shots. We got to make plays. We got to play defense.
We got to go out, score more points than they do in second half.
Yep.
How much are we down? 6? Okay, we need to score 7 more points than they do next half. That's my feeling too on it, John. To me, it's the ultimate filler content. It's like someone had a good idea in theory, right? Yep. They were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could talk to the coach in the halftime and get like some insight? That would be cool if they ever gave you any. But they're never going to because it would be their job. Every other team
their shoulders are like turned to the tunnel already. They're like, yeah, I mean,
like I really don't want to be
here.
It?
All right, thanks.
Exactly. Like talk to someone else. There's got to be someone else you can talk to for 2 minutes to prime us for more commercials before the halftime show. Like, because that's the ultimate goal there. How can we get them to sit around through one more ad before Shaq and Chuck talk? And so get me someone else. It doesn't have to be a member of the coaching staff, Right. I'm not sure what it is, but you know what I love about League Pass is you get to watch them shoot the t-shirt cannons and all that cool stuff. You know what? Maybe just do that. Just show us the kiss cam for 2 minutes instead of
give me the dunk trampoline.
Yes, there we go. Anything other than a Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck. Oh, yeah, we got to play with a lot of energy and intensity, and we got to go out there. And, yeah, I just love being here with the guys, and there's a lot of energy in the arena. Yeah, I hope it gets close. I agree. Not so great right now. Jay Nasty says in the chat.
Yeah, they'll be back there, Jay Nast.
We're coming back.
Aztecs are coming back.
We got this. It was always the Aztecs, which I've never said anything different in anything you've
I've
seen
never
about.
heard you say anything
Yeah.
different.
Anything you may have heard about the FAU Owls is a.
It was never the owl.
Yeah, it was a deceptive AI generated video.
Michael made it back.
Oh, what's up, Michael? Welcome. Yes, back in this chat now.
There we go.
Doesn't it, Michael? Correct me. Doesn't it just like block the screen from you so you could still see us, but you can't really see what's going on? What is the experience?
Yeah, is it like the Gamecast kind of thing, or that's what I'd think they would do, so you at least have some semblance of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Oh, what is this? What? Oh man, the commercial I just had to mention. What? Never mind. I don't know what this FBI. I love these paint by numbers CBS crime shows. It's just like CSI, but we're gonna call it something else.
Yep.
But it's in this city now.
Yeah, in this city now. And a different guy takes his sunglasses off before it gets serious. Yeah. He's always the renegade Dr. House type. I don't play by my own rules, or I play by my own rules, damn it, but I get results.
You're the Dr. House architect.
Oh, that's cool. You can see on StreamYard how many likes you have on Facebook now.
Okay.
Wait, say what? What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I can see that somebody liked the stream on Facebook.
That is dope. Thank you.
It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I
wonder what their experience
Mr. Cox.
On the.
Well, I can't say the first name, so it kind of looks like Bartholomew, but like.
Oh, what up, Britt? Yeah, it's Britt. Yes,
Britt,
sir.
We'll go Britt. Britt,
yeah.
What's up, Britt?
Thanks
for the like.
Shout out. Now we're getting more now. Heck yeah.
And now you can see viewers, but you can't see. You can see where the viewers are, but not who they are on YouTube or on StreamYard.
Well, I'm hoping our boy, known in the Facebook realm as Justin Herbert, shows up. I hope he knows at least 2/3 of this stream is pulling for the Aztecs. So this is a good place. This is a safe space for you, brother, if you want to hang out with us. You know, we got some of us have some money riding on the Aztecs, so you know, you're welcome here. Michael, I like. Okay, so he said it locks it, but I can still see and hear you. Made a new. Okay, that's cool. All right, good to know. For those of you who are hanging out on Playback TV who only have a preview, you don't have to go away. It's pretty much the same experience as what we're having on YouTube, except we have the Gamecast up and ESPN's getting some free ad money out of us because
that's right.
You know, they just you gotta love that. You can't even pull up. I'm just gonna get a little behind the scenes for fun because why not? The biggest pet peeve I have about ESPN, every Thursday on the bounce, I try to pull up definitely not a sponsor because I'm about to say bad things about them. No. Every Thursday I try to pull up the schedule for the weekend preview, and they can't just show you all the games that are on Saturday without cramming an ad somewhere. And I'm just like, dude, come on. God dang. It's brutal to me, but, you know, I can't blame anybody for making some money out here. So that's ESPN, right. Forgive me for my transgressions and Disney as well.
Let me give them one more share of what we're seeing over on Playback. So maybe if you are with us, come see us over on Playback. You can kind of This is halftime show right now. We're not going to go long because we can't show you everything. But come on over here to Playback TV. You get to see the whole game plus our smiley faces. So come check that out, and not just the ESPN, not a sponsor stream. By the way, Kevin, I've been messing with the layout just because I haven't actually done this yet with the new updates from StreamYard.
Yeah.
Sweet. Like super, super legit that we can just change everything around. We can make ourselves larger. And then essentially just make this like just a little guy in the corner.
Oh.
Something like that. Oh, it didn't save.
I was going to say, it hasn't changed on my
end. There we go.
Oh, there. Oh.
It's like a custom.
You like drag and drag and drop
Well, you got to hit that little button, that edit button down here.
Even Michael's popping in the comment.
or
Yeah, it's more like
layout,
OBS now. Yes, it's looking like it.
Yeah, you can add layouts and edit them. I don't know. That's kind of cool.
That's so much fun. Well, give us more reasons to stream for you guys, right? Like, I can't wait for that. That's great.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of pre-draft
show, Lee, Dan and I will be live on Wednesday night, of course, getting back at it on another damn fantasy podcast. So we'll be talking plenty of rookies this Wednesday. Really, we'll probably go this Wednesday. We will probably go in 2 weeks as well. So what would that be, like the 19th? So right before the draft. And I don't know. Kev and I haven't really talked a lot about bite size in general, but I think we'll probably definitely have extra draft coverage. And of course, you can see full draft coverage on Necessary Roughness on Tuesday nights. Our boy John as the host there. So we like that as well.
And Michael in the chat as well. Yeah.
You break
yeah,
up
John,
when
you were through. You did some pre-draft stuff at one point, but yeah, you're still. Where are you at right now in Necessary Roughness? Are you still doing the? I think you're in some division outlooks, right?
Yeah, division out. We've got AFC East and AFC North tomorrow, and then we'll have 3 left after that. We'll still have NFC East and West, and the AFC West after that. Trevor, you might have to come on for AFC West.
Might have to.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah, and I was actually going to talk to you guys about the potential. Like, I think it could be fun, as many of us as we could get on to do a bonus sort of. I'd love to do a mock draft with you guys, and I'm not sure.
That'd be fun.
Like, we could all take multiple teams if we needed to and just go through it. I don't think we however many rounds. I'm not sure, but
we can knock out the division outlooks by the 18th. And then on the Tuesday the 25th, right before the draft, we can do a mock on that Tuesday.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Oh, God. Nate.
Can probably make that work.
Oh, Nate's dropping a lot of math in the chat.
I know. That's I'm like, man, how much money are we? How much? For those on the YouTube chat, Nate's asking us at playback, who you keeping? Calvin Ridley for $5, Cooper Kupp for $72, McCaffrey for $82, or Lamar for $60. This halftime show has now become a fantasy football podcast.
Let's go.
Nate, I need to know how much your budget is. $300. All right. Budget is $300.
Yes, give Nate bad
We're giving Nate a leg up on Kev here. You're keeping Max Crosby for $3. 300. So that's Cooper Kupp is what? That's my math is not good enough, but you're probably, man.
Keep them all, Nate.
I think, honestly, I think I say Cooper Kupp, or I say Christian McCaffrey over Cooper Kupp, but honestly, you have to keep Calvin Ridley for $5, in my opinion. Going to Jacksonville, he's going to come off. He's going to be healthy. It'll take him a little while to get his legs under it, but I think you got to keep him for $5. Depending on when you have to choose, Lamar for $60 is not really that bad to me.
Ravens wouldn't even keep Lamar for 42.25.
Yeah, the Ravens
really
would
just depending on when you have to do that. But yeah, you have to keep Calvin Ridley. If you have a chance, I'm keeping McCaffrey as well. 82 does seem pretty large. He does play for San Francisco, and every running back in San Francisco does get hurt. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, this league's an interesting. So this is an IDP auction league too, guys. This league is so much fun. We have one. I think you have one offensive and one defensive keeper.
Oh, okay.
So we play. I think we start 2 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 2 defensive backs, and we have 1 defensive flex. And then it's a 2 quarterback league. Well, it's not actually a true 2 quarterback league because you have a super flex, but for all intents and purposes, it's a 2 quarterback league unless you got a bad week, or I don't know. Some guys every once in a while end up with a wild team where their super flex isn't a QB, but 9 times out of 10, if you're playing against 2 QBs, you need 2 QBs, right?
If it's super flex, then I think Lamar comes in to play even more then.
That's why I wanted to add that because
I
there's a
would just
reason Lamar
be,
went for 60 in an auction draft. Yeah.
I would just be a little bit weary. I know he said he has until like September. Like, if he's going to start holding out, then I'm out. Like, I don't want to spend $60 on him. You're essentially just losing your entire season if he holds out. And you can only keep one. If you can only keep one, I think I probably would go for the heavy hitter. But, I mean, Cooper Kupp's probably not going to go for $72 if you throw him back in the budget. I don't assume Christian McCaffrey's going to. McCaffrey might go for 82, but I don't think Cooper Kupp's going for 72 if you throw him back in. But I think Ridley goes for probably 22-ish, depending on how heavy. I mean, I don't know how much you guys bid, but I would say probably 15 to 22. So that's probably your bargain.
Yeah, Ridley, yes. Speaking from experience, Ridley will be. Yeah, he'll probably be in the high 20s in that group, and in that. And that's the beauty of an auction draft. It really depends on when he's nominated, because that's the other thing. I don't know how often you guys do auction drafts, but my particular strategy, and I'm not telling Nate something he doesn't already know here, but I don't nominate anyone I have any interest in acquiring early on. I'm always nominating the biggest names that I want to see other people overspend on, and then I'm trying to swoop and grab let's say for this example, the Calvin Ridleys at 19 instead of 24 later in the draft, because guys are like, I don't have that extra $5 to spend now because I got in a bidding war for somebody and overspent by $12. So yeah, like Nate points out, a lot of kickers get nominated early. You get that off the board. Who's going to really want to spend that extra dollar on a kicker? It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that, even though you guys just gave Nate a leg up on me. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. What's the price on Justin Tucker? $2.
Feed Lamont Butler. Let's go.
Yeah, we got almost got the halftime coming up. So Lee mentioned something in the YouTube chat that we talked about a little bit earlier, but John wasn't here yet, so we might as well bring it up here with Jalen Carter falling. And I don't know if you heard this as well, John, but apparently he's limiting who he will even speak to, according to his agent. And so I just want to know if you had any thoughts on both or either of those.
Yeah, he's not taking meetings with teams picking outside the top 10, which is not particularly prudent, I don't think, because people can trade up into the top 10.
That's exactly what Kev said. Yep.
Thank you.
And like there's probably people or teams who would start to salivate a little bit if he's at like 8, 9, or falls to 10. Like that's really, really weird to me. I mean, he's probably trying to say, well, I'm not taking I want a top 10 pick rookie contract. And that's probably all it is. Or he's trying to kind of curb the on-field, off-field discourse with, I'm a top 10 player, shut the fuck up, whatever.
I'm a 5-star man.
Yeah.
Is he just catch me up a little bit, because I'm a fantasy football guy, so I don't follow the defensive tackles like you all would, right? But is it just because? Well, I mean, I know how good he is, but is it because of his did he get a DUI? What happened?
It was he was
a part
reckless, of he was a part of some racing.
It was
Yes.
Driving.
He was a part of it when the Georgia guy died, right?
Yes,
that's right.
So we don't really know the extent to which he was directly involved with that, but he was a part of the racing group. He left the combine to go get arrested and then bailed out and showed back up. And then he performed he was like 9 pounds overweight at his pro day, didn't test as well as you'd think he would have based on what he put on tape.
Yeah, that's what Nate said too.
But
in so many words,
it's just like, yeah.
Dang, that's tough.
And and there was a Georgia staffer involved as well. Yeah, Nate says he looks like shit as brother. Yeah, which was unfortunate. Like he probably didn't need to test at all. You know, like with what he put on tape. There's Michael said future Cowboy.
yes, yep.
Or Raider. Raiders are picking at 7.
Raiders.
Oh, beat me by 1 second. Oh, and they're using a university vehicle, allegedly, according to sources.
Christmas.
I can say that because the YouTube people can't see that that's just Nate in the playback chat. But
okay, yeah.
According to my sources, my playback TV sources.
Lee asked who the running back that is maybe falling to the Cowboys is. Does he mean Bijan Robinson?
That's maybe. I mean, that's a name
Probably.
that I hear a lot. It depends on how late is falling, right?
I was just gonna say that's the only running back I could think of that would be considered.
That would tick me off
from anywhere.
All the shares I have with Tony Pollard, and finally Zeke's gone, and they go draft Bijan somebody like.
Yeah, Pollard's just on the tag. Pollard's on the tag, and that would be a Cowboys ass pick. You know, I think that
the Deuce Vaughn agenda. I'm with you, Michael.
I think the Bears are a really sneaky landing spot for Bijan.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nate, how you feel about that in the chat? I think I like it.
Really, right. You lean into a strength, you know. You can probably grab a tackle at the top of the second. Or I guess Tevin Jenkins might be kicking back out to tackle, but you know.
Also, nothing wrong with little Deuce Vaughn. My 7-year-old's got Deuce's jersey. You know,
does he really?
Deuce Vaughn's. I mean, K-State's just down the road. I've spent many of time in the Little Apple.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Nate, how about this? Paris
Deuce
Johnson, then Jahmyr Gibbs at the top of the second. Then you guys might have a shot.
Now you're talking. Oh, Michael almost went to K-State. I'll be darned. You should have.
Yeah.
Would have been a nice change from Wisconsin to middle of north central Kansas.
Yeah, down to warm Wisconsin.
No, nothing but. Yeah, pretty much. Cattle farms and wheat fields.
I love it.
I'm in the middle of a golf draft, by the way. So if you guys see me stop talking for a little while, it's because I'm drafting. Because I'm always drafting something.
That's perfect and perfectly fine. That's why we've got the panel up here. It makes it easy.
Yeah,
you know, eventually
you're our draft guy, Trevor. So you keep your ear to the streets there.
Dude, I can't wait to get my best ball draft rolling, man. It's gonna be awesome. You guys will have to jump on, even if you don't do best ball. It'll be a great summer. I'm gonna have plenty of best ball stuff.
I actually am interested to. I think I would like to do some best ball. I'd like to try that once because you pretty much just set that and forget it, right? You're just watching your waiver wire maybe throughout the year to get rid of your. Or is there even a waiver wire to watch?
Well, it depends on. You can join FFPC. They have some big money leagues that it's best ball, but they have waivers and stuff. But no, on Underdog, you just straight draft and you just let it go. So,
ooh, yeah.
Last year I probably drafted 30 teams, but it was a great time.
I didn't know you were on Underdog. That's dope. I will absolutely do some of those best ball lineups with you. And this is an unplanned promo, but if you don't have Underdog already and you'd like a little bit of free money, I don't even remember what you get. I think you get a match on your first deposit. You can use the code Bite Size Sports for that. And you can get that deposit. And then we'll go make us a little best ball money together. as we learned from Trevor.
That's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Probably going to try to, bring on different people throughout the summertime and just do different drafts and have some fun with it.
Chat is cracking me up today. Michael says he's over planning his flag football practice plan. That he wants to be Mike McDaniel coach, but he's worried he'll end up Josh McDaniels. and of course, Nate, always out looking to make friends, calls him Mark Tressman. Oh, Lee has 6 best ball teams in the MLB. That is interesting.
Wow. Oh, man. I couldn't do it. And, they got NBA as well, but I just couldn't get into it.
Best ball NBA, I might do that. It's
they did a lot of best ball NFL playoffs. So I bet they probably got some best ball NBA stuff for the playoffs. Oh, missed
big miss on the dunk. Try to go
try
to throw that down.
Right when we lost Johnny.
John hops out. Yeah.
I'm in here. Dunk. I don't know what's going on.
Oh wow.
I've got you in the YouTube chat. I lost you in the playback.
Interesting.
I've got to switch which one I can hear. Hold, please.
Here they come. Now they're within 10. The Aztecs got the start they needed. I got to make my pick. You guys watch any of the Masters? I might need some help here. I'm in the, what are we in? We're in the 4th round.
Let's see.
I've already got Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantlay, and Shane Lowry.
Does Vijay Singh still golf?
Vijay Singh does not still golf. Well, I mean, he does. I'm sure he golfs.
Yeah, my dude.
He is not an option.
I'm
looking at
Louis 09.
Louis Oosthuizen. No, that's bad. And I think Hatton's already been picked. Has Hatton been picked?
Here he is.
There we go.
You guys ever seen Glory Road?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sports movies. That Lamont Butler buzzer beater jumper was the most perfect form jumper I've ever seen in my life. It reminded me of like the JoJo White jumper from that movie.
Oh yeah.
Just like perfect, like just perfect form.
Yep. You're muted on playback, by the way. John.
Playback. Sorry, playback. I was talking a little Glory Road, a little JoJo White.
Oh.
Got it into 12 now. Only 60 spent. Nice.
So Nate probably didn't even hear me when I was talking about Vijay Singh. I think we just said the same thing.
That's awesome.
That's funny as hell.
That cracks me up. Yeah, any other? I don't know. I'll have to look into some NBA action. That's going to be a soon to be added feature, maybe a segment in the bounce. Got to start
Wolves
getting.
Are killing me, dude.
Where are they in the standings as of right now? I haven't looked today.
Lower than they should be. They fell.
So do they fall out?
That Blazers loss was ridiculous. I think the money line was like 19.5, and they blew it. Yeah, I want to say it was 38 and 39 or 39 and 40. I mean,
pulling it up on my end right now. Yeah, they are 39 and 40. They're currently 9th. So they've got a full game lead over the Thunder. However, they're a game and a half behind the Lakers and the now surging Pelicans. Now,
they were the 6th seed with 6 games to go.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a slide.
Oh, it's bad. Ant.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, we kind of – so, I don't know, John, this would be good to ask you about this because James and I had a theory early on in the season with the bounce when it came to Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns that they just weren't – once Karl Anthony Towns got hurt, that they weren't going to have enough time to get an offensive flow figured out once he did, because they were struggling so much offensively when they were trying to put the two of them together on the court. And I had told James I still had hope because of the Mike Conley effect, and I was like, well, hey, he's going to know how to figure between that and coaching, they're going to figure it out. They're going to have a pass first point guard who's going to look to make sure Ant still gets his. Karl Anthony Towns will have to go to the corner a little bit more, but I don't think obviously it still hasn't worked out. But I mean, what are your thoughts? Do you think those two can coexist, or are you just ready to move on from Gobert?
So yeah, I think they never got a chance to get through the growing pains with that fit, and they looked better. The offense looked better and more natural when Towns was out, when it was the Conley Gobert pick and roll that was so familiar, obviously, with those two. And yeah, like I thought it would make a lot of sense to have Towns in the the weak side corner, and because he can attack on the drive too when they close out too hard. He's got that big long step around, and I thought they could have gotten some flow to that. But at this point, when you think about the future of this team and what you gave up for Gobert, not necessarily from like a sunk cost point of view where it's like, oh, we got to hang on to him now because we gave up so much for him, just for recuperating assets. I think they're more likely to and should be more likely to move on from Towns and shop Towns, just so you can get some value back, because I think your return on investment for Gobert is going to be abysmal at this point. So like that's sort of where I'm at. If they don't make some type of run in the playoffs, I think this offseason could be a bit of a reckoning there. And you just say, all right, this is Ant's team. Let's see what we can get around him. See if we can recoup a couple firsts or whatever, and go that way, which is unfortunate because they put a lot of eggs in this basket.
Yep.
But I was hype when the trade went down, I talked myself like all the way into it, dude. And then it's just, and there were very smart people saying, hey, they're going to be a top 3 seed. This is a really, but it's tough. And it's not even like the Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins pairing where they can both kind of go inside out. It's like a very much, okay, now Towns doesn't have to play as much of a big, but now I think they missed the opportunity to kind of get through the growing pains. And I don't know, it's tough to run it back next year, I feel like.
It is. It puts you in a predicament because you mentioned the growing pains, and so you do still kind of, I think you could have that argument mentally where it's like, well, how many games do they have together? Are we really ready to? And that's where you get into that, like you mentioned before, the sunken cost fallacy. Oh, a dagger from UConn. Yikes! But yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for your Timberwolves, man. I honestly. Yeah, it's a tough. Yeah, I hope that they make it. As a Pacers fan, I'm just glad I'm not in the predicament you guys are in, where it's like, okay, we're out of the playoffs. We got a lottery pick. We get to go back. Look at this dagger, boom. So, Trev, did you have you had some draft stuff going on? I think while we were chatting Timberwolves, everything work out okay for you?
Yeah, I took Louis Oosthuizen.
Okay. Nice.
He's a stud.
Nice.
He's always good in the majors. I'm just chatting away.
Nice, very nice. Okay, yeah, I like it.
All right, from Al Jefferson to Kevin Love to Towns has been purgatory.
Oh God, yeah. Ooh, okay. Nate has a question since we're a couple of middle market fans here, John. Since you guys are fans of teams that aren't the usual suspects, would you draft Bronny to have LeBron for a year or two? As a personal and selfish fan, I'm saying no for the Pacers, and then I can elaborate in a second, but I'll just pass that one back to you, John. And what would you do that for your team?
Sure. Right? What else are we doing? So maybe. But, let's see, like,
you got a point.
Outside of this just seems like the least desirable place. Like, I feel like Bronny would Eli Manning that shit that on draft night and
demand a trade.
But I'm very glass half empty right now, so maybe it would be a good idea. That's an interesting question.
Kev Lee's got a question on YouTube for NBA stuff.
Perfect. Yeah. What kind of contract do they have with Gobert for next year? John, do you know off the top of your head what the contract is for Gobert?
He's on a 4-year. He was on a 4-year max. I'll see it, and
so is it 2 more after this?
I think it's a player option, and it is ascending. So next year's 41. Following's 43, and the player options in 2025-26 at age 33.
Big
for 47.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one is.
So yeah,
it's gonna be a tough one to move with.
Well, yeah, and
oh,
right.
good block. Oh
yeah.
Financially,
is that an and one? Go ahead, John.
No, he blocked it.
Oh, you're good. Financially, it's more difficult a move than Towns as well. If I'm not mistaken.
I also
when we get to the
agree
under 16 timeout, I have a question for you about the NBA.
I think I agree with you, Trevor. That one looked kind of clean from the second angle.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that Gobert one is tough. Nate says, I feel like the worst market is Orlando, although you have young talent, but he says that's his uneducated opinion. Well, the thing with Orlando, though, is you have Disney right there. You would like to think if you had a good product, you could market it, is my thought. But you're not wrong, though. It's hasn't been a great market for the NBA to date. There we go. San Diego's taking a little life.
And I'll tell you, Nate, the Target Center is not good. It's not cool. It's not very fun. I was there for Game 4 of the Memphis series last year, and I mean, it was nowhere near as raucous as it should have been. It's just not. It's not a good market. I haven't been to a game in Orlando, but granted, there's probably more things to do outside the arena in Orlando, but I can't see it being too much of a destination. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Pacers do have a little attendance going for them. But Trevor, you said you had a question for us at the
yeah. And I'd love for you and James to talk about it on the bounce on Thursday too. But I saw the new CBA is talking about limiting the max contracts, the 2 per team. Well, right now, can't they get 3? Or what was that going? What was going on? I just saw a headline. So
I think it's are they limiting it? I thought they were removing the limit of 2. Is it currently 3? I didn't. I'll have to look that up.
The Supermax or just
the
max?
Supermax.
Yeah, the Supermax is 2,
and I think they've removed that.
Yep, you can only have. It has to be. It can be 3 if it's players you drafted, or there's some contingency with whether or not they were drafted by that team.
Okay.
And that if they open that completely up, I mean, there's a salary cap, so.
But you could get.
You get me.
The Supermax is 32% of the cap. Or something like that. Because it's all percentage based.
Yeah. So in that case, then you could get 3 at a max. No matter what, you'll never be able to get more than 3. But in theory, you can get 3 and then just take vet minimums for the rest of your roster and guys through their bird rights and stuff like that.
Because you can go over the cap all day on vet mins if it's.
Yeah, that's what Nate's. Yep, Nate's talking about bird. Yeah, exactly. And as John's saying, yeah, you can. They have all these exceptions, so that way which is good for those who like don't comprehend that or haven't thought about it much. Which is fair. It's essentially to like not to keep veteran players from getting priced out of the league, right? Like this is what otherwise players would be forced into retirement a lot earlier because it's a business. So allowing that veteran exception is what gives teams an incentive to sign older players. So I don't know, some people have negative feelings towards that. They think it's kind of cheap that a team can go sign these massive superstars and then convince a lot of past their prime stars to sign at a vet minimum. But it does some good for the league is all that I'm saying. But as Nate mentions, the NBA has some confusing contract situations. Absolutely.
Yeah, it can help the worst teams to retain decent players and dissuade them from going to the best situation, because once you accrue a certain amount of bird years, right, by playing with one organization, then when you hit free agency, that
I lost John. Did you lose John?
It kind of offsets that a little bit.
I think I'm losing him. Oh,
hello?
Yep.
Lost him for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Lost him for a minute.
I heard you. I heard everything you said.
John's back.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, my video's
Nate says John's back.
My video's choppy. You heard everything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nate says you were frozen. I heard everything.
What I'm going to say is I put in Discord chat in both chats. Come join our Discord because we're just chit-chatting up now, but this is what we do all the time. So come join Discord.
Oh, there he is.
Hit us up with us.
Okay.
Good
kick out. Bang.
So come hang out with us there.
But we'll live with it.
If you're on YouTube here, hit the like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are well on our way, but we are going to really, I think, hit 1,000 by NFL season. Just come join us. We've got live shows almost every night of the week. John will be on the Necessary Roughness tomorrow. Kev will be on the Bounce on Thursday. I already plugged my ADP, Another Damn Fantasy podcast, for Wednesday. So come check us out all week long. Tonight's just the kickoff. This is kind of the kickoff to the week for us. Oh, I thought he was going to pull it again.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
There goes Colin Sexton flopping. Yeah. What's new?
We got a hockey update. Golden Knights won in overtime because I know so many people are thrilled about that. No, I have no choice but to make fun of the Golden Knights because it's not fair that expansion team gets to a Stanley Cup that quickly. That's just BS, man. And not
How do you think the state of hockey feels, Kev? How do you think the state of hockey feels?
Right. I can't imagine. Hey, I'm a Canadians fan.
It's
so
like
I'm
the transfer portal.
I'm an original six guy,
Yeah, Cello 6 was sick. I think that's the last one I had, to be honest.
Oh no, God! Every time Sunoco gets the ball, they foul. Every single time.
Every time I check in, I'm like, Calgary's not good anymore. What's going on?
Well, at least they brought some of those teams back.
Yeah,
Connor McDavid, man, holy smokes! He's made that entire franchise great.
The Pacific teams just keep winning.
Did you put the Discord link where anybody can join, listeners can join and stuff? The public ones?
Oh yeah,
public can join. I think it's the public one. Let's open. I think it is because anybody can join Discord, and then I think we as monitors can kind of choose which one. Josh is joined, but we have to actually add Josh into our team channels and whatnot. But yeah, anybody can join our Discord.
Hop in, let us know. We've got channels for everything. Ooh, there you go. One day I look
Sponsor?
forward to that sponsor. Yeah. We'll get there.
Not a sponsor.
It's not a sponsor. It's not.
We got some coming though soon. I gotta
Heck yeah.
get that test shipment in. Always only the best. I'm not gonna sell it to you unless I know it actually works or is good.
What's the rule? Can I put one on the like around my Coors Light and just sponsor? I'm just really enjoying an ice cold brew.
Just fake it till you make it, and just then go to Coors Light at some point and be like, "Listen, I've sold this many units just by drinking your beer on my show."
Think about how many they'd buy if I gave them a discount.
I did a commentary for a local MMA pay-per-view on Saturday, and I learned a little while ago, now that I talk for half of my living, that lozenges and Ricolas were like our best friend. And so our ring announcer guy was actually the guy who told me that. He said it was, he got to speak to Bruce Buffer one time, and he had those I had 20 seconds with this guy. So I asked him, as an aspiring ring announcer, what's one piece of advice you have for me? And the guy was like, carry Ricolas in your pocket. And so for an entire 4-hour pay-per-view, I had told that story to my co-host. And so he just decides that he's going to just represent. He just pitched Ricolas for 2 hours and they weren't a sponsor for the stream. And he just kept bitching them. So I just can't wait. Yeah, I asked the editor. I was like, "Hey, can you grab those Ricola clips for me?" And I'm gonna send out a tweet, see if I can't get paid for this in the future.
In this corner,
Ricola.
That's awesome.
Ooh, Tani just hit number 2. Lee says over in the YouTube chat.
Ohtani was so awesome in the World Baseball Classic.
Unbelievable.
He's just a freaking stud.
General. Oh, really? I figured you were a Twins fan. We were talking about that earlier before you got on, because we almost have the entire NL Central represented here in bite size, but we got a couple of AL boys too.
Oh, that's all right. They're playing real baseball now. They got a DH.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Man, I kind of like the old school way of playing baseball. But
how are you going to get Nelson Cruz on your roster then?
Why do you need Nelson Cruz when you got Adam Wainwright hitting his own home runs?
Listen, Nelson Cruz was dinging when he had this wrist thing where he had 2 or 3 surgeries 2 seasons back with this wrist thing, and he was hitting at 440 pre-surgery. He's so sick.
He is really good.
But you cannot play him in the field.
I do agree with Nate. I do like the pitch clock.
Better way to phrase it is, but then how are you going to have Nelson Cruz on your roster when he's over 40?
Yeah.
Or keeping him on your roster.
Carlos Zambrano. Man,
wow.
Travis Wood.
Nice pull.
Yeah.
Nice pull.
They were good hitters. I just love a good hitter, like a good pitcher who's a good hitter.
I'm in between on the pitch clock right now.
I think it needs some tweaking. I hate that somebody who, tries to steal second, on a hit and run, and a foul ball hits, and the guy walked back to base, and they call the strike because he was too slow. These guys are out here running wind sprints. Give them a freaking second to walk back. I hate that. And I think it's just a little bit too fast. I like that the batters can't come out of the box and such. They don't need to come out and readjust their batting gloves every single time, those kind of things. But I think just a couple tweaks, it'll be really perfect. Nate, I agree with Nate. 18, 20 seconds. It's really good. I think it's just maybe just a little bit too much at once.
Yeah, I always pitched growing up, and the specific instance I think of is you get a little out of control. You're sitting 3-0. next time you go up to the mound, you really dial in, take that big deep breath. You're all right, do a couple of these, right? Like you can't just like settle all the way in and like I don't know. You just it got too out of hand where they control the pace of the game and people were really taking a long time. And I get it, and I get the bringing in more fans and stuff because nobody has the patience to watch baseball like an adult anymore, and whatever. But like, I don't know, man. I think at least 20 seconds because I like how it speeds up the game a little bit. Like I get that part of it. Pedro Baez under this chat. But I feel like the pitcher should still have a little bit like.
Oh my god!
You can throw the batter off too, like if you just a little pause, if you just mix up your timing a little bit. Like I don't know, I like that part of the game. I like that little.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what baseball is, in my opinion. But whatever. I get it. It's good for the game.
All right, we're under 12 minutes here, guys.
Oh,
How we feeling?
Get ready for your 10-minute things.
Yeah.
Get ready to use your 10-minute trials.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on to them for now.
This is the best.
You want to wait till the last 3 minutes. If the game's at all close, you're going to wait till the last maybe
right.
2-3 minutes. Probably.
13-point lead right now. San Diego State's still plus 13.5. Over-under has stayed pretty steady. 131.5 is what it is live. Like I said, I already have it at under 131.5. It's been down to 127. It's been up to 136. We'll see. I don't really like that it's sitting live at 131. That always makes me a little worried because that's like at the end of the game, if this game gets close, the over is definitely hitting because of all the fouls and whatnot. But what are we sitting at? 85 points right now? With 12 minutes to go?
I believe that is correct.
9:36, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still,
I guess
still
what I'm
liking
missing, guys. NFL Network is playing Chargers at Vikings 2007 AP's 296.
You sure?
Are you watching it?
The all-time record? I'm thinking about.
Oh shit, guys!
I might pull up another window.
Fellas, I just looked. Oh man, I won some money at halftime. And I didn't even realize it just now.
Oh.
Yeah, Brooks Bollinger was handing his ass off that game too.
Let me show y'all a little something that we do here. I'll show you on the YouTube chat because why not? Like I said, I'm always doing something fun for the gambling. So we do a NCAA total score. I think I told you about this a little bit, Kev, last time you and I were talking. I hit the halftime, so that's nice. I have 0. Let's see. Here we go. So I have the 0, so I hadn't won much yet. We all put in $120, and it's all a matter of what the total is. So right now, the total for halftime for SDSU versus UConn.
And this is a lot.
What was the halftime? What was halftime? 24-36?
That sounds right.
Yes.
I'm readjusting over here.
It was 12 for sure.
So it's only about like so it only matters what the second number is, right? So if I zoom in here, it shows you. You can't see it? Let me see if I can zoom in here.
Ooh.
So it only matters about this number right here, the 0. Because there's 10 digits you can get, right? 0 through 9. So that's the only one that matters is the last digit of the thing. So I won the halftime. Halftime won me $60. Wasn't that great? But the actual last one is the best one. So we do this for every single game. You can scroll through here all the way back to the SEMO versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi game that started weeks and weeks ago, right? And you can kind of like go scroll through here. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh God,
And
this
you
is
can
not the
see some of
matchup
these
they
guys.
want. Oh, good hit.
But anyways, we can go back to the game. I just realized it was a 0, so now I'm cheering
That's
for the
awesome.
0 because the last one
Nice.
pays out 200.
Let's
So
go.
let's hit the 0 one more time here. Let's hit the
Oh,
0.
he had a layup there. If he had.
Oh God, this kid.
Oh, I loved. Oh, it's so clean from your big man like that. You know, keeps his to be able to, you know, the pivot like that with the elbows and arms already high, and then
Oh, yeah.
you know, just nice touch. That's just some nice, good touch out of the big man. It's what you like to see. Hopefully this
Oh,
goes
hey-o,
in
let's
nice.
go.
All right, here we go. Here we
Game on.
go, boys. Nate, you do not need to have your camera on if you request the stage. You can set up a photo if you want, and then it'll just be a little ball with the photo. So if you would like, I would gladly. Or did you already request the stage? Maybe yes. Accept, Nate. Of course, I accept
Yeah,
that.
I'll accept that.
And I'm gonna revoke it before he gets here.
No.
No.
Come on now. Oh, I was saying no to the game, by the way.
Although, oh yeah, Nate, if you're able, check the Discord as well for StreamYard, unless you only have your phone or something. I'm not sure if you're limited technologically, but let us know. We would love to let the YouTube audience hear your voice as well. Ooh, don't hit this pull up. That's a silky.
Fucking drilled it.
Oh, I hate rooting against these kids, but I just want the game to get closer. So I'm not normally this much of a homer.
I just want my 7.5 to hit.
Also, yes.
And the under. Every 3-pointer hurts my under.
Oh, it's the first time they've driven on that
there we
kid's big
go.
ass and had anything good come out of it.
Man.
We missed it earlier, but a few minutes ago, it was probably several minutes of game time at this point, but it was in the second half when San Diego State made their first layup for the game, which I thought was just mind-boggling or boggling, whichever one you prefer.
Oh, no.
Can't get a rebound. But then the offensive rebound, like you just can't have that. When the team up 13 is playing like the team down 13.
Okay, what is...
Oh, all right. Okay. All right, come on now. Nate, are you with us?
It sometimes takes people a minute to get adjust.
I have the stream closed.
Oh,
I have my stream.
Oh, yeah. I'm
oh, that's right. Thing. I'm probably not listening on that side.
Yeah, Nate probably is talking.
Silly.
Yo, Nate. Okay, I hear Nate now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But I'm echoing. Hang on. How do I mute?
StreamYard?
Yeah.
I just click on the tab and hit mute site.
Oh, okay. Look at you.
So if you right-click the tab, you can just mute that tab.
Nice.
What about us who are on Apple? Just kidding.
Ooh.
Figured it out.
Yeah, I was like,
What's up, Nate?
Nate, how you doing, sir? Well, that's good. No one would listen to you if you did. So what I don't know. We've been talking here for a long time. So Nate, well, first of all, guys, you can finally get to talk to my dear friend Nate. We go way back. Nate, welcome to the party, pal. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Those of you on YouTube, I will just we'll repeat anything Nate says that's super interesting, but he isn't with us on the yeah. So if you don't hear me say anything, that's why.
All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. We got the ball back.
Is that another turnover?
It's weird. Like I want, I'm gonna root for him for about 5-6 more points, and then I'm gonna be like, all right.
Oh yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah, you wanted to get close, but not too close.
Hit it. Oh,
Ooh,
let's
big
go.
three.
Come on.
Big three. Nate wants to
Down
see
to
the blue
8.
blood toppled, and here it goes. And did you see that stat that was on the screen, guys? 4 times this year, San Diego State has come back from 10 or more points down to win. So they got them just right where they want them.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Go.
And
Yes,
another
sir.
one. DJ Khaled style, baby.
Jay Nasty, it's getting close.
Holy shit. The total is just skyrocketing. 139.5. That's not good. No, I don't think so at all. Not at all.
Did I hit the over or the under? Ooh, there we go. What a tip in. Good hustle play.
I can't see how much time's left.
You can adjust that. You guys can adjust that on your own side. So
okay. Here
click
we go.
and drag.
Nice.
If you click and drag the right corner, it'll just make us vertical.
That's why I did that. So we could tell the viewers,
Perfect. Yes, and also remember you can adjust your own audio. So that way you don't. But be careful, it's a slippery slope. You might start out like me and mute a commercial and then forget to turn the game audio on for 40 minutes. It's happened. Like, man, it's quiet in here.
50. 7 minutes left.
Whoo, finally we're getting the game that we wanted. A nice little close one. Giving all of our attention and eyes locked in here on these final few minutes.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. I might send off another tweet real quick. Let everybody know.
Yeah, game's getting close.
Game's getting close.
If you're doing it through Bite Size, tag us all in there. Maybe we can just all hit the retweet real fast.
Ooh, okay.
Playback over here. Retweeting us or liking it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Playback followed Bite Size Sports while we were streaming. They followed us back. So
nice.
There they followed us. Yeah, very nice. Let's see. Join.
Well, now we can tag them in our tweets.
Yes.
Dude, Kev, I shit you not. Just saw a tweet. I don't even know why. 34 minutes ago, Will Levis to the Colts seemed to be gaining on his team.
No, not again.
Like, we don't need to go back down that rabbit hole, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, that's the first one on my timeline.
Oh, good. Yes. Yeah, you say so. 9 out of 10. So who would you say you would take over Will Levis, Nate? 9 times out of 10.
Who do you think wins in a video game, Bryce Young or Kyler Murray?
The Call of Duty beef. Yep. Yeah, yes, I'm going to get into the Levis thing here in a second. I also want to point out Lee mentioned probably going to take about 20 minutes to play this last 6. And he said, talk about baseball taking time. And he's 100% right. That's why I was saying earlier, we were making that joke about don't use your free 10 minutes on playback TV too early, because it's going to take a minute to get through the end of this. As San Diego draws even closer. Nate, don't worry. I will come back to this Levis thing, because I'm being forced to talk about it a bunch. I've gotten a lot of new fans on Twitter because of Will Levis. So it'd be actually, honestly, Nate, we should try to get you on one of these, even if you can't do a Tuesday for a specific necessary roughness. We should get you with John and Michael and myself. Maybe we can talk specifically about these top 4 quarterbacks. But yeah, Levis, I don't know, man. I will give the injury. I will definitely acknowledge there seems to be a big difference in his play before and after that foot injury. However, honestly, at 4, I'll be honest, I don't want Levis or Richardson. As a Colts fan, I don't want to see them pick either of those guys at 4. I think I get it. You need a quarterback, but I feel like if you're drafting that high and you're not in love with your quarterback, I feel like you're making a mistake. You don't just take the best available quarterback at 4. You got to do a little bit better. Oh my God! Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, yeah. Nate, you can't see this on playback, but he's got the Will Levis on in the Vikings unit. It's beautiful, actually, is what I meant to say.
Sick.
Yeah, I saw where Bite Size Sports compared him to Kirk Cousins.
Listen,
it's better than that Jake
Kirk
Locker
Cousins
comp.
a little bit younger. Let's ride.
Let's go. Oh, good steal. What a steal. Hell yes.
Agreed, Nate.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Oh.
See, this is why we like Kevin
on
Nate.
accident. He's got a howitzer.
Yeah. Nate's takes on Richardson is that he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. It's all good stuff here on playback. But, yeah, the thing with Richardson, what stands out for me to put some numbers behind Nate's colorful rhetoric is that not even just including any, all of the top maybe 20 quarterbacks in college football from last year, he was one of the worst by far. 1 out of every 4 dropbacks from Anthony Richardson when he felt no pressure resulted in an uncatchable ball. And to me, that's just
53.8% completion.
Yeah, the 53.8 completion percentage. And then there's the adjusted accuracy percentage under pressure. So Anthony Richardson under pressure, a slight uptick. He goes from 54 to 55%. Levis goes from 64 to like 72% when adjusted for under pressure. So Levis actually throws better under duress, which is probably another bonus point for him for the kind of teams that will be drafting in that position, because they're probably not going to have great offensive lines in front of him. So I don't know. Levis is growing on me over time while I fall more out of love with Richardson the more that I look at it. Ooh, big 3 from UConn. 5 minutes left. They can still they can still bring it back. Now here's where San Diego State, they only have 2 timeouts, but if they had more, I would be. This is where you would call it, and that's exactly why, because they are falling apart at the seams. I don't know. I might have just taken it. Ooh, I never mind. I wouldn't have taken a timeout. Good call, Coach.
Big Scandinavian guy or whatever he is out of the game. That's good.
Oh yeah, they got their giant big man. Oh, okay. I love the attack. Oh man, that's a difficult shot.
Man,
yuck.
Yeah, when the old jab cut, I love the being, in the 3-point attack position or whatever, as they say. But yeah, when that same ball fake doesn't work 3 times, maybe kick it out. Oh, good step up in the lane there. Good help defense. Nate hates the Euro step, huh? How do you feel about a step through? Those get a lot
Nate,
of
are you like
controversy.
the get off my lawn guy? God.
Nate, you don't tell me you think Angel Reese was classless, do you, man?
I was
Come
just
on.
gonna ask.
I also hate when the kids down the road step on my grass.
Get off my lawn. Yeah,
Hey,
In general,
if
yeah,
you
who
can back it
cares?
up, that's the whole reason I like Caitlin Clark, because she backed up her shit talk. Like Angel Reese backs up her shit talk.
Yeah.
Go for it, baby. Like, let's go.
Yeah, and we don't know what shit they were talking to each other on the court either.
Yeah.
Like
I don't like how long it went. I do wish it didn't go as long as it went, but at the end of the day, like, who cares?
Oh, that's all state.
The girl.
Yeah, the officiating was tough. Yeah,
Dude, it was bad for the Elite Eight as well, in my opinion, for the men's. Like, the later this tournament has gone on both sides, the worse the official. I don't think Saturday. I don't think there was anything bad Saturday, but last weekend for the men's side, I was irate.
Yeah, in the women's natty, there were a couple. There's some questionable stuff, but at the end of the day, it was a 17-point ball game. It's not. Oh wow!
Well, for what it's worth, Nate, the NBA doesn't know how to call moving screen either. That's a pandemic. Sorry, that's probably a bad word in modern time. I should use a different word. But it's terrible. They can't call moving screen to save their lives. Like, they don't know what it is. Just like it's like the carry. You know how no one's been called for a carry in the NBA in 25 years. It's like it's not a thing anymore. Yeah, I feel the same way. They just that's not just a inflicted on the college women's game is all I'm saying. I think in general I think it really shouldn't be happening, and it's a state of the modern world of officiating. Too many of these refs are watching the game and not watching their spot. There's a reason there has to be 3 of you out there, and you're never supposed to be watching the ball unless it's in your designated region for what you're supposed to be looking at. And even then, it's not really what you're supposed to be looking at. As the ref, it's not really your job to watch if it goes in or not. You're looking to see if there was extra contact, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I think the officiating has been poor. And luckily, it's one of the bright spots. There's a lot of negative things about the social media aspect of life, but the added accountability of having millions of eyes on these things, I think, will help in the long run. I don't know
Sidebar
what's going to
says
help San Diego
Rick
State.
Shithouse.
Yes, he is. Did you see that stat pop up? He set some kind of record. Did for something for the
most
first time
consecutive
in 4 years.
games with 20+ points and 65+% from the field since Corliss Williamson at Arkansas in '94.
Wow, Corliss Williamson too. That's a throwback, man.
Hell yeah! The only other couple players on that list are Leitner '91 and Hakeem '84.
Wow, that's rarefied air, right?
Yeah,
Talk
it
about
is.
that's amazing. So here in the
Watching-
final 3 minutes, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just watching Sonogo set screens.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't budge. All right, there it
Yeah.
goes.
He doesn't have to set a moving screen, you know.
Yeah.
He's big enough. There we go.
Oh,
He's back.
Yep.
That might do it though. What is that?
Yeah.
12-point lead. Oh
12
man.
points, 2.5 to go.
They've been the comeback kids, but things are tightening.
UConn's also been the double-digit kids, right? Like they just. Oh no.
Christ.
Oh wow. If he had and then you get that. Did he just call a foul on the guy who was laying on the ground? Because I think
Was it
that's what
over
I
the
just
back
saw.
or what?
How are you gonna call a foul on a guy who's laying on the ground? He took a shot. She took a shot over him. Oh wow!
It is. Did he grab him or something?
I would love to see a replay on that because I don't understand. That's is there a new roughing the shooter rule that says
Did
if
he-
you
he
are
must have
near
placed
if you're
it
near
on
the
him or
shooter's
something.
knee, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
He's getting that Tom Brady whistle. As soon as they found out he was doing stuff Leitner and Hakeem were doing, they're like, "Hang on,
Yeah.
he gets the good whistle now."
Yeah, Lee asked on YouTube if I had 131.5, and I do. I have the under.
Lisa in there too.
That's
Talk
my-
about
that's-
baseball taking time.
It's about my only thing I got going right now because plus 7.5 doesn't look promising. Dude, when this line opened, the line opened at I think it was 4.5 UConn, 4.5 or 5.5, and it just I think it was 4.5, and it just moved. I mean, before I went to bed the first on Saturday night, it was 7.5. I'm like, well, shit, I'll lay 7.5. It moved so fast for UConn.
Oh, that was a
Ooh,
nice,
there's a
ass
nice
play, splitting
shot.
that deep.
Nice. Yeah, Trammell's shown a little bit here tonight. That was a tough shot. No, I agree with that. I think FAU probably could have matched up better. I'll say this. I don't think FAU would have went an entire half without making a layup and gone through some of the more stagnant portions of the game offensively the way San Diego State did.
I mean, that's the thing about San Diego State. This whole tournament, they've been this. They're going to play a different style, but they've been able to be great on the offensive end still. Like defensively, they want to muck it up. They want to play tough defense, but they've always been able to hold their own on the offensive end and go on runs. And UConn just has not let them go on any type of run at all tonight.
They've been suffocating. UConn has.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point, San Diego State was 5 of 21 from the field. And
So I don't know,
usually
like
what they do to people.
Nate, when you're asked would FAU be better, I really don't. I mean, this team beat the shit out of Gonzaga. Like, I don't know if anybody would have been better, honestly. Like,
maybe K-State just because they had the they have that big time on ball creator. And
Yeah.
what the hell is his name?
yeah, Marquise Knoll.
Marquise Knoll, who can kind of get you out of those ruts and just make something happen. These guys just can't get into there. I mean, they can't get any space on their pick and roll. They're, when they throw it down to the post, that guy just gobbles it up. What's the big kid on
Sanogo
on UConn?
Yep.
Yeah, or if not him, the tall white kid. I mean, he just inhaled like 5 post ups in a row.
Oh wow,
yeah.
that's how you break a press right there, folks.
Game over. Yep.
Yikes.
Should have been pressing 5 minutes ago if that was your.
Yeah, if that was your press.
Oh man.
Oh, and then I don't know that they have the offensive firepower here to make this up quickly.
Right.
And they've got some shot makers, but let's see what happened here. Oh, he just lost it behind him.
Backed up.
Yep. Oh, classless. He's waving the guys goodbye. No, I don't know. I came from the world of the rules are simple. Don't start none, and there likely won't be none. But I also grew up idolizing Reggie Miller and Larry Bird, so of course I was a shit talker. So I don't know. For me, it's just yep, exactly. It chokes yep, exactly.
Yeah.
8 points, 9 seconds. I don't know, but it was interesting because my father is very anti that, so it became a bit of a problem. So I was one being told I was not necessarily. I was never called classless, but it was sort of like I was raised from the you act like you've been there before, and I'm like, well, sometimes I haven't, and I'm a guy who the emotion, the adrenaline, that stuff drives me. So if you try to take that away, I feel, pardon my French here, but I feel like it almost feels like a chemical castration, so to speak, to try to make me not. Because you take that away, then you take away the passion, you take away the energy. So I'm just sort of like, well, if you want me to be on the level, I have to be on the level all the time. You can't just say take the lows away. You can have those big highs, but you're never allowed to go below the level. It's like, I don't know. Good thing I wanted to be in sports talk, so I don't have to be stoic, huh?
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna fall 6 Jordan Hawkins points away from turning 10 into 250.
Oh,
it's at 0 right now.
Just because I put him in as 20 points.
Oh God, Nate's bad beat.
Oh man.
How many legs was that parlay, Nate? 20 leg parlay on a free bet, and he misses it by 1. That's just brutal. You should have been on Scott Van Pelt that night. You were the bad beat. Oh, here we go. Celebration time. And that's the thing. See, there's number 32. There's Klingon, who we've been talking about. But there's also number 11 who was out. These guys had 3. They never were without a quality big man on the court throughout this game. They always had somebody who was going to clean the glass, and I think that had an impact on it.
Those were cool. The UConn scrolls. Did you see those? That people were like,
oh no, I did not.
Man, I would love for San Diego State to hit a 3 here and just have to foul Jordan Hawkins again.
You might get back.
Now I'm only 4 points behind.
Oh, there you go.
Hit it.
Yep. Oh, he's going to take the easy layup. Or he's going to make it a hard layup instead. And that's the situation. You want the contact.
They're just going to walk it out now.
Nickels worth of free advice, kids. When you're down 14 in under a minute, you probably want the contact. Just go up straight with that layup. Don't go for the up and under. You want the foul, if anything.
Double-digit points. Double-digit wins every game.
Wow.
Every single game.
No doubt that they're the best, huh? Did they call a foul on that? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's technically a foul. I think everybody. I think UConn realized that they couldn't just dribble the clock out too late.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't have ourselves a more scary situation there. That foul.
Yeah, you get a panic George Gervin finger roll quick.
Was that coach's son?
Oh, is it? I didn't see it.
Just whenever it was the next great Hurley.
Oh, there. Yep. Yeah, it really was a disappointing.
The next Buddy
bit of,
Boeheim.
Oh yeah, the next Buddy Boeheim. Yeah, it was disappointing. It's kind of like WrestleMania, you know. It's like, wow, we had this great event, and for the tournament, we had this great tournament, and then the just a unfulfilling end. It's always kind of a bummer, unless you're a UConn fan. UConn fans don't care that it wasn't close. The rest of us, well, at least we got Trevor's bracket and his squares as well. Yeah, let's go.
It's a team win.
Oh man, are there any bad beats that could still be? I imagine at this point, this would have to be a pretty obscure parlay. Someone would have to build to be still looking at the spread, right? We've already gone over, which. Oh, so there's a 136.5. Okay, yeah, because they could.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Got some beats to watch here.
My zero's not going to hit again. That's for sure.
So that's it. So yours, yeah, it's the total. It's adding both, and then it's the right. So it's kind of different from a square where they would like. Because I've done like Super Bowl
Kev,
squares.
don't worry. I also run NCAA squares.
Nice. Okay. There we go.
They were not that great for me this year, but
I'll probably have better luck with those than a bracket this year. That was my smartest decision of the new year, was to only do free brackets and not put any money down on this.
My brother has the number 5, and he has already surpassed what he brought. So he definitely just banked. Oh, well, we'll see, I guess. Don't shoot it. So the last one is banks 200, and it's 120 to get in. So he probably left with 350.
Oh, this kid wants to shoot it really bad.
Yeah, he does. The final.
You done. Well, there you have it. It's another blue blood. All this parity, and we still get a UConn national champion. What are you gonna do? 5th one in school history. Well,
they've all been since. Okay, I was about to say 2000. So that's 1999. Wow.
Ooh, was it Rip Hamilton? Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it would have been, because he was a rookie, or he was his second year when Jordan showed up on the Wizards.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
I remember that. Oh wow, that's some fun nostalgia right there.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jordan Wizards.
Jordan Wizards were dope.
So, are we gonna stay on through the best part of all of college basketball, right?
The one shining moment, right?
Yeah, like that's the best part, right?
Yeah. I got nowhere to be, so
all right. Well, I got one place I need to go see real fast. I'm gonna be right back.
I heard that. Yes, the one shining moment. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Nate's not happy about the UConn victory. I'm sad. I was really hoping once I lost my last dog that was in the fight in the FAU Owls, I was really hoping that the Aztecs would get it done, but here we are. At least we had a great tournament run to watch. Some of these kids we'll be seeing here real soon in the NBA. But what about the what?
Yeah.
Or G League, maybe in the Big Three someday. Got to see the Big Three get some more traction. I'm rooting for it. You think? Oh, you know what? That'd be fun. Let's start our own basketball league. Except it's just gonna be like people playing horse in the park or something. We're gonna bring that back, Nate. The what was it? Rebel. We had the recreational everyday basketball league where we were gonna have like you could just go sign up and play games of horse or pig, and it was like a meme way for just dudes who still had a nice free throw shot or mid range jumper to become professional athletes. Oh, or that too. You could just do the basketball route. But dude, I mean, why can't horse be an Olympic sport? Or maybe make it pig so the stakes are higher. Yeah, 3-on-3 is an Olympic sport. Yeah, which is another reason why I hope the Big Three is able to continue to build momentum. I feel like it maybe lost some momentum after the first couple of seasons, but you would think with it opening up to the world stage like that, being an Olympic sport, you'd think there'd be I mean, there's plenty of people who love basketball, and I don't imagine a lot of NBA players are going to play for the Olympic 3-on-3 team. So, come on, Ice Cube, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw something that was like Tinder, but for 26-year-old dudes who want to play catch with a baseball for a half hour.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, but insert game of horse in the park instead or whatever. Yeah, that's me. Or around the world, or
lightning.
Set up an ultimate lightning, that one's fun. Or like an ultimate game of 21, a 21 tournament. Something.
You guys
like
ever
that.
play this might be a regional name for it, but $1 Million Moose?
$1 Million Moose. I don't know about that. Apparently it is a regional thing.
Yeah, it's probably a regional thing. It's a basketball game. It's like lightning /21/tip. Like you can I guess a lot of people probably just call it tip or some variation of that, but you can. Yeah, man.
You're very creative with their names up north.
That's right. That's right. But it's a good game. It's one of those where you can like tip somebody back to 0, but you're also trying to spell moose at the same time.
So you took like lightning and horse and 21 and put it all in the same game.
It's a good game. That's
I like
what I
it.
played growing up.
Feels like there's a learning curve with that kind of game, but it's worth it once you learn. Like any good hockey video game, it's like it's going to take me 20 minutes. No, more. It's going to take me 2 hours to get at least all these buttons memorized. But once I do, look out for me, man.
Yeah, it's going to take me 6 games to get my ass kicked before I can do a wraparound. But once I can do a wraparound, dude, over.
So finally learn how to use that right stick properly, man. It's over for you guys.
Right.
Oh, that is. So they're going to name the tournament's most outstanding player here soon. And that, speaking back to the women's national championship from last night, Angel Reese won tournament's most outstanding player. Not undeservingly by any means, but I saw some people make the argument that if there was ever a case for the tournament's most outstanding player not being on the champion, that it was this year with Caitlin Clark. And so I wanted to ask you guys generally how you feel, and it doesn't have to be, I guess, it can be specifically we see in other sports, I think, where for the most part, to be the MVP of the big game, your team has to win. Mm-hmm. So do you guys think that's right, or should it just be whoever had the biggest impact regardless of the outcome? Nate says Caitlin. One Super Bowl, yeah. Mental award. Hmm. That's a good point. Yeah, it should probably be
Given
someone
that
who played deep.
Given that it's over the course of the tournament, not just the MVP of this game or that game in March Madness, I feel like it probably should have been Clark. Especially having gone all the way to the Yeah, that's kind of a tough call. I think like kind of the same thing with like LeBron in the 2015 finals, or is it?
But is it the tournament or is it the Final Four MVP?
Tournament, right?
I believe it's the tournament's most outstanding player, yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah.
Final Four.
Oh.
I think if it's for the game, it has to be on the winning team.
I mean, either
at least the
way,
I think.
LSU won 2 games and she went double-double both games for the weekend. So, I mean, 24-12 on Friday night. What'd she go? 10-10, 15-10
Yeah, I think something like that, yeah.
on on the championship game. So, if I'm looking at it in that standpoint, yeah, she didn't score the most points, but she's still an absolute force. And if it's just the Final Four MVP, I can see that. If it is the entire tournament, I mean, Caitlin Clark and the points that she put up game after game after game, that would be hard to go against.
And assists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it too.
And it's valuable,
impact,
not best, right?
Uh-oh, Jim Nance is on.
Most outstanding. Yeah.
Yeah, most outstanding. Yeah, and that makes it even harder to pin down when they use a word like outstanding.
Yeah.
The vague award of the year goes
and
to.
It's the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway to present the trophy.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to present this, bitch?
I double took the very first time. I was like, wait, Wayne Brady's got glasses?
I believe that's right, Lee. So Wednesday, Trevor, is it 8:15 Central Time? Is that when the
yeah, we're on 8:15.
Yeah, 8:15 American time, as I've been told.
Yeah, you coastal elites.
Yep.
And he's in Arizona, so it's like, I don't know, 6:15 that time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Out there on that West Coast.
What, Jim? I'm sorry, did anybody else hear what Jim Dancer said?
No.
Everyone wants to touch that.
Ah, yes.
What?
Yeah, boy, Jim.
Pause. Clip that.
Yeah. Are we just not doing phrasing anymore? See, I like seeing this because as a bald dude who never intends on quitting the hat game, I catch a lot of flack these days whenever I decide to throw one on backwards. So I like this. This validates me right here. What I'm seeing.
Yeah, he's pulling it off.
Got to stay hip. Thanks for tuning in,
Wonder
Lee.
who
We
this is
really
gonna go
appreciate
to
you.
here.
Yeah, when are we gonna get our one shining moment here? One shining moment. Do 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 do. What does he say? Oh,
Not one, not two.
3, 5 time. I'm gonna start throwing out the Booker T memes here soon. Ooh, Dan Hurley catching shots from Nate. Why do you think he can't count? I want to. Is there a backstory to this hatred? Oh, fair enough. No, it's okay. Nate's in Twitter mode, I hear.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Nate's 240 characters maximum on his takes here.
all he knows is Will Levis is the top prospect, and anyone saying otherwise is just
for all
part of
you
the Colts
YouTube
podcast narrative.
listeners, Nate thinks Will Levis is the undisputed number 1 QB in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he says it's Will Levis and then Aiden O'Connell, and then everyone else.
Yeah, Tanner McKee is 1C.
He's pretty high on Hendon Hooker, though. Thinks the Colts should trade down, just take Hendon in the second.
Yeah,
that's what I'd do. Yeah.
If Hendon's there at 9, he wants to trade Justin Fields.
So no-go going to be MVP? Yep.
There he is. Let's
Dude,
go.
he was sick tonight.
Rightfully
Let's go.
so.
So Nance says it's of the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But, I mean, it could be different for the girls. She still put up 41 on Friday night.
Yeah.
And 30 on Sunday.
Yeah, I think that makes it a lot closer. But, yeah, probably. So, Final Four, most outstanding player, yeah.
And they upset South Carolina, who's how many 36-0 at the time or something like that.
Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, I would be like, I think it should be reserved for rare occasions, but I think this was probably one of those rare occasions where it's like
it's just so hard to be celebrating with one team and be like, oh, by the way, you over there, come up here real fast.
Yeah.
You won Bell's outstanding player.
Yeah, or when the winning team's just on the stage and they're like, oh, yeah, who's going to get the thing? And then they just don't even
and all of LSU team is, you can't see me in her,
Yeah, she walks up to get the trophy, man. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I think
yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. It did essentially, for the YouTube listeners, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter listeners, essentially what Nate just said was, or I'm going to translate it. Here's the Kev translation of Nate. Nate is basically saying Angel Reese is the way she went at Caitlin Clark maybe had some Pat Beverly energy, where it was like, sure, y'all won, but what are you talking to me like that for,
KD, I know you had 31, but I locked your ass up on that one possession, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, that's classic Pat Bev. Yeah, you dropped. He had a slow night. He only had 26, 8, and 8, but I locked him down. Oh, the classic Tony Snow game.
32 minutes.
Yeah, because they won. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but there are always, and of course, Angel Reese is not this, but there are always a couple of those players on the bench that, And in the NFL, I think a lot of them play cornerback, the guys who will celebrate outcome regardless of their input on that outcome. Like,
I always think of Cortland Finnegan getting his ass kicked by Andre Johnson through the helmet.
Yeah, they get the SEC participation trophy, but they're like, we're the best damn conference in the nation. It's like, yeah, my dude, you've won 6 games in 20 years in that conference, but go off, I guess.
I feel like the energy in that locker room and just like leading up to the Iowa game just had to be like, all right, fuck Caitlin Clark. We're locking up Caitlin Clark, and like just centered around not letting her beat you, I guess. Not that she didn't have a great game, but like I don't know. And it's hard to turn that off too when you're like
All right, she still put up 30. Like they didn't really shut her down.
Oh, exactly. But like
Right.
you're like, she didn't we won. Like, you know, she didn't beat us all the way.
Right,
Like
yep.
it's just like a mm-hmm.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I want to say
FDU
she was
did
like,
against Purdue, right? They just let Edie get his own, but they didn't
Yeah.
let anybody else get started. And that's how they made the upset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, they had it. They got so close.
It's brutal.
Within 5 with 5 to play. Oh, man.
And then that was one. And I remember, it's funny because when UConn hit that 3 that they just showed, Nate literally said that was the dagger. And I held my tongue. I don't even know if I didn't completely like throw out my objection. I just said something along the lines of, oh, there's time. You know, there's 5 minutes. There's still time. But as we see it now, like that absolutely was the dagger. Like that 3 broke their back, and you can see it on
55
the
to
scoreboard.
60 with 5 minutes to play.
Yep, that one put them down.
And UConn goes on a 16-4 run.
That's every coach's. That's how they draw it up, right?
Man,
It's all about how you start and finish each half. You know.
yeah.
Well, no one likes Iona. They just get out as soon as they can, right? Isn't that where Patino is at?
Are they all just cutting a piece? Is that what's happening?
What's that? Yeah, they take a piece.
Yep. Are they
And
going to
then,
make us
like-
watch them cut the whole net down before they go to One Shining Moment? I think they do, right? Is that right, Trevor?
I don't remember. It's got to be coming. It's the only reason we watch the championship game, right? Is to see one shining moment.
Man.
What a great Warner
We just want
ladder, though, you know? You take 4 steps up, you got the platform there. You got the little indention here for your body. Really holds you up here. I mean, just great stuff by Warner.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know. It's like it's kind of nice.
You know, if any folks at Werner are listening, we'd love to sponsor you. We can clearly see you make a quality product.
It looks like it's called Podium. All right.
Yeah, it's the official ladder of the NCAA. Oh wow, look, it legit is a podium. You see that? It's got like this whole landing bay here. This is hilarious.
It's got a landing, and then you kind of just lean into it a little bit.
This was
You got
made
some room to
specifically.
work?
There's only one slot on the top for a tool, and it's made perfectly to fit a scissor into. Like they made this
Who
just to
sponsors the
sell.
scissor? Like
Oh,
who?
that's right. It's like a classic orange.
Like
That's a
it
throwback.
is.
Is it a Bic? Maybe I feel like Bic makes
A Bic.
scissors. Yeah, the Dollar Tree. They're getting their game in there. They're gonna have to. Those places are gonna have to change their name soon. How you gonna call yourself Dollar General? Everything's $6.
Yeah.
You know. It's Scam General. Then how about?
Oh man, I meant to shout it out earlier. We had a new member watching. They're not watching
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, it was
Red fans.
Red fans. Welcome to any and all new members, but most importantly, Red fans.
We got another one, Jay Nasty.
Jay
Do we know who
Nasty
that
was in the
was?
chat for a minute.
Did we know who it was?
I don't.
I don't
Maybe.
think I do.
Yeah.
John?
Nice.
What's up?
Do you know who Jay Nasty is, John?
Oh yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's my buddy Josh.
Oh,
Okay,
dope.
okay.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So
Thanks for
we've
popping
got
He liked my Facebook post about us going live, so I think he hopped in.
Nice.
it seems like we've had one logged out viewer the whole time.
Hey.
It seems like we've got 14 members at this point that's not on stream right now.
Let's go. Yeah, we've been growing. It's been nice. We had a hectic last couple of weeks. We had a couple people join in between our last stream, so can't wait to see them in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
We're also closing in on 700 YouTube subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, you better get on that.
And if you are, subscribe with your other emails.
Yeah.
That's right.
I just
That
realized
is
we lost Nate, but I have a notification. What's the deal?
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I accept. He's back. He'll be back soon. Click
They're
the
gonna
old
come
exit
in.
tab.
They're going to come in and they're going to say one shiny moment next, and then they're going back to break.
Go right back to commercial. Yep. They're going to milk this. Add money here. Welcome back, Nate. Yeah, they got to sell some Buicks. This is when how the times have changed. We haven't seen the obligatory. Back in my day, growing up, you would have already seen 2 or 3 ads for the Sports Illustrated, like national championship special. They're
Oh,
like, we
yeah,
got
yeah.
the fully
Your
commemorated
team are champions.
Yeah, are the NCAA champions. Order now to get a year subscription with this special.
Yeah,
we
that's
are
right.
the champions.
Hat, T-shirt, and championship DVD.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, as Nate points out, all those they just print for both, and then whoever loses gets sent to a third world country somewhere. So there's a ton of, Indiana Pacers 2000 NBA champions T-shirts somewhere. Yes. Well, next time you gotta call me because I would have Venmoed enough to cover your shipping costs too. I'd have really wanted to wear that one around the office. But like, wait, that didn't happen in this universe. That's when you start messing with people on some Mandela effect stuff, and you're like, wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course that Notre Dame went undefeated and won the national championship in 2012, and then Manti Te'o celebrated with his girlfriend on the 50-yard line. Do you guys not remember
Quinn
this?
didn't pan out? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's going on?
Brady Quinn was the first quarterback off the board, wasn't he?
Talk about first ballot Hall of Famer Brady Quinn.
Yeah.
Not a boy. Well, well, some people think it's too soon to make jokes about Colts that did crazy things 35 years ago, Nate. So maybe have a little decency next time. Maybe allow a little time for the grief to set in, huh? It's only been 3 decades.
Exactly.
I saw it.
Might as well have had a Baltimore Colts shirt on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, those have been some of my favorite. Seeing that Mayflower truck pop up on Twitter all the time now that this this Lamar to Indianapolis thing is. Oh, did they just end our stream before they went to One Shining Moment? Did it freeze for anyone else?
Yeah, mine's
No,
Oh, you seeing it still, Trevor?
I'm still here.
Okay.
No, yeah, but do you see did the game? Is the stream still?
Does it look like Kenny's eyes rolled into the back of his head?
I mean, I see live.
Yeah, but the game froze.
You said what?
On my end, the game has frozen. Like the stream, like the cable channel it's not moving anymore.
Oh no, I got it all.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just keep going. It's as long as the listeners can see. I don't care. You'll
Jay's
just have to let
talking
me
now.
know. You just have to let me
Greg
know.
Gumbel's just working the table, getting everybody their last shots in.
Oh, okay.
We just want to watch One Shining Moment already.
I know. Well, you just have to let me know when it kicks in. Actually, I'm gonna just try to refresh my
Just
page. We'll
jump out and come back in. It's just me. Now Clark's going.
There we go.
That fixed it, John?
There we go.
That's weird that it froze on all of your guys's.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, my bad. That's not the right camera. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, good, because that's my attire from when I'm announcing. That's from me announcing an MMA fight in Angola, Indiana. So pretty close.
Here we go, baby.
Not a horse
This
race.
is it.
But
Oh.
the road starts here. Oh yeah. Here it is, the madness. Oh yeah, brother.
Hello, friends.
Oh, Bill Self.
Sorry, those watching on Facebook
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. We're
Furman.
watching the One Shining Moment.
For three.
Oh. Oh, Princeton, baby. Hey, IU got half a second. I like that.
FDU. Oh.
Buzzer beaters. Oh, man. You think they'll ever change this song? Because it's so outdated. It's so 80s.
A little IU shout out.
Oh, the lobby. Yes. Logo threes. This reminds me of like a Rocky training song.
It was always the Owls.
It was always the Owls until it was the Huskies. What, Nate, you said something about Angel Reese's brother did not transfer out of Maryland?
Bullshit. Still bullshit.
Oh, the coach trust fall was legendary. Here comes the SDSU buzzer beater, right? What a fucking shot.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Man, it should have been the Owls. The Owls would have taken care of business. I'm gonna hold on to that.
So
So
slick.
pretty. So pretty. Yeah. Yeah,
2011, they had 19 at halftime.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was
was a
like when the
rough
Nets
one.
played the Spurs in like 2001, the NBA Finals.
Oh,
Games were in like the 70s.
03?
Yeah, was it
And
03?
then the
Something like that.
05 finals, Spurs Pistons was the same way.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like only the most like the 1%, like the top most committed basketball fans sat through that Spurs Pistons
Hell
series,
yeah,
man.
dude. I
Oh.
loved that era though, the low score. I don't know why. It's probably just a nostalgia thing at this point.
Yeah, 200 points.
Somebody had like a $1.19 at the end of the third in a game I like checked on the other day, and I was like, all right, what the hell's going on?
Ridiculous.
All right, gentlemen, my time is done.
It's about to be time for me as well, folks.
Go, Kev. Shut her down.
All right, brother. You guys, hey, thank you so much for joining us tonight, especially those of you on stage with me. I had a freaking blast.
That was awesome.
And,
Yeah,
quick plug, socials, anywhere there is internet, find us at Bite Size Sports. We'd love to have you. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff. Just start with one of those, and you can find us everywhere else from there. All right. So thank you all so much, and have a wonderful evening.
Hey, 3 more shows this week.
That's
Three more
right.
shows this week.
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's
Yep.
go.
Let's go.
Bite size,
Thanks,
baby.
gentlemen. Let's go.